Ho, 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 ho. Surprise, motherfucker.
Cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains. I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things. Gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain. I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent, and it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots, if I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking fight me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts. I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Choke until I have everything I attack. Everything that I lack, everything that I want. And I see, matter of fact, 'cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it.
Gems, no seeds that you don't need. Acapulco Gold is.
That we.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad and the good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my fucking mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. I tell you get big boss, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase that, face it. I don't give up quick, I don't give up shit, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise. You don't wanna fuck with me.
What's up, everybody? Sorry about the delay there. Trying to get some other things set up here. Welcome to another NCDT production with your host, PoJ-Gamer. Of course, that would be me. As always, guys, I want to give a big shout out to PoJ Rose for always being here every stream, the entire stream. Thank you so much, babe. I appreciate it. Shout out to Rabbit Daddy 69 and my sister for y'all's support as well. Also want to give a big shout out to PoJ Gizmo. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Polar Plays 95 being the first one in the chat. Rabbit Daddy 69 making second in the chat. Appreciate you guys being here. Got throw old Stang up in here right quick. You guys know what it is. Call of Duty Next is going live in
Hello!
12 minutes. Going live in 12 minutes. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to try to bring it to you here on the stream. is like a what we call reaction video, reaction stream, however you want to say it. We can cover it with you guys, talk with you guys about it, and also get to see some of the gameplay here live. If you guys want to watch it on your own, that's perfectly fine. We're still going to watch it regardless. We're already pre-ordered and ready to go. As you can see, the beta's live October the 6th at 1 p.m., which is tomorrow, 1 p.m. my time. Of course, cross-gen bundle, and of course, the Vault Edition as well as owned on it. We have the Vault Edition waiting for us to go live. There's saying November the 10th, but when you purchase or when you pre-order, it also states November the 2nd. So, not sure about that one. I do know they have brought them in a day early. I don't think they've done it a complete week early, but who knows? We'll see. They may surprise us. So we're still looking at 11 minutes. We're going to go ahead and bring this up and see how this is going to work. Or not. We don't care about 2 minutes. We don't want the chat. We don't want their chat in here at all. Chat out of here. All we want is gameplay. We're 9 minutes away. Eight minutes. Got up to the 3 out here. We haven't actually looked to see if there is a way to watch it from inside the game. They have been known to do that. Not recently, but soon you're going to have Modern Warfare 2, 3, Cold War, Vanguard, all are going to be in here. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen to those that don't have Modern Warfare 2 installed. It states as you pre-order this, I already have it installed, so it didn't bark. But TV brought it to our attention that you have to have Modern Warfare 2 on to even pre-order Modern Warfare 3. Why would that be if it's not an add-on or not an expansion? Thinking maybe it's because of all the bundles. They didn't do that before. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. 7 minutes. Now, I'm not sure what all they're going to be doing first to start with. I know it's not going to be gameplay. They're going to be introductions, so forth. I'm not even sure if I've got the volume on this. Find out when it starts. This may not actually work. I mean, once the stream starts, we may not even be able to do this. May not have enough bandwidth to do it. So we may have to just watch it with you guys and then talk as the stream goes through. And the haunting, I think, is now, 12 days. The haunting is now 12 days away in the Modern Warfare 2 event. Not sure what that's all going to entail. I know there's going to be, I think it's going to be like a sneak peek, so to speak, of zombies that's coming in Modern Warfare 3. We're going to do something like that event in EMZ. I'm not sure. Don't quote me there, but hopefully what they do here will be similar to what we're going to experience in Modern Warfare 3. .5 minutes. There's bugs crawling on the screen. I've got the haunting event thing here. There's bugs crawling across the screen. Pretty weird looking. Delivered by Little Caesars. Now the COD Next event is, I have nothing to do with this. We are just doing a reaction stream. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. We may have to delete this video. We may get into some serious trouble over this. I don't know yet. I've seen streamers do it in the past. We'll see. Three minutes. Shout out to the 3 out here, 5 likes. What is that? 1 minute, 34 seconds. Timer has stopped. It says waiting on them. So I don't say waiting on them. Waiting for Call of Duty. Yeah, waiting on them to start up now. How many other people are going to try it? Or actually, they're at the event. Yeah, okay. Let's see how many are doing it over here. There's a bunch of them doing it on Twitch. IGN is streaming it. Alright, 14 minutes. But you know what actually at the card next? Wow. Alright. Yep. Big Noah J's at the card next. Alright. Alright, there's one that admitted to cheating sitting there at the card next. Waiting to go live. I mean, he's live on his channel already right now, but admitted to cheating. But yeah, he's sitting there playing, waiting to play. So we still got 13 minutes. There. Good. Game's thumbnail for today. Minutes, guys. Alright, so I'm not the only one doing this. $7 minutes. Sorry, I ain't reading the chat. 7 minutes. Yep. 10:20 now. Yep. Count them down, man. Are you planning on trying to get the Modern Warfare 3 Polar Place? I know you played some Call of Duty in the past. Excuse me. I'm not even sure how long this event's going to last or anything. I have no clue. They are going to be doing some multiplayer, some Warzone. I'm not sure if they're going to be doing any kind of zombie stuff with Noah J sitting up in there waiting to play. Thinking they might have some zombie gameplay today too. We'll see. Might give us an idea of what they got planned for us as far as the zombies. Let me refresh my. Guys are going to catch me looking this way. I'm going to be watching it over here on the big screen instead of watching it over here on this little bitty screen. Of course, the audio will be hopefully coming through the screen as well. $8 minutes. What they put new in the store. You know they got a new bundle in there. There's Helsing that they were bringing it in. $2,400 COD points for it. It's 7 minutes. Not getting any audio. Give me a second. Why we're not getting audio?
slide canceling in that Warzone gameplay, some movement, some speed. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's how a lot of the competitors feel for sure. It was an interesting year. We want to get back to the roots a little bit. And that's what a lot of this is about, like getting back to our roots. So, like,
We're
for
6
you,
minutes out.
when you think back to the early days, like, what's your first like memory of Call of Duty?
Oh man, Call of Duty 4, first game that got me started. After that, it was just World at War, and then every COD title from there on out. Just growing up playing the game with friends, it was just a beautiful experience. And now to get to do that with all these people that create content for it. My boy D, we were just talking about it before we got here. How we grew up watching so many of these creators come out to these events and do these things, and to get to now come and do these things is just so surreal. So yeah, we're very excited.
And obviously, Call of Duty has become a career for you, but like, more than that, what does it mean to you? Like all the relationships you've made and stuff, it's become a big part of your life, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. It's just I think about all the friendships and relationships that I've been able to make because of this incredible game. That's from back in high school, friends, all the way till now to friends that I made throughout just making a career out of it. Yeah.
Do you remember kind of your roots when you talk Call of Duty, like where it all started for you?
Oh, absolutely. I just remember coming home from middle school and just grinding multiplayer. But when I first started streaming 2 years ago, the first game that I played was Warzone. And so it definitely holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah, I was going to kind of ask that next. Like, for a lot of people here, it's been careers or it's been friendships, relationships. Like Call of Duty has been much more than just a video game. What does Call of Duty mean to you, like at its core?
I mean, I think it's just the competition, and it just brings me back. It's like an addiction to the game, and I think no other game has done that for me, and I think they've really done a lot of innovation in Battle Royale, and I'm just really excited to see what they bring next.
The one, the only Dr. Lupo. Sir, how you doing?
I'm fantastic. I'm 36 years old, managed to get out of bed this morning, so that's good.
I'm 38, and it was hard.
You look old as hell.
I do. The lack of hair really makes me look far older, but hey, what are you most excited for? What do you want to see this weekend?
That's it. I'm going to kick your
more
ass. Then I'm
Appreciate
going to
it every day, brother.
reenact kicking your ass. I'm not messing around. I have proven I can kick your ass.
Catching the Call of Duty next live right here.
Taking 95% of the credit.
Surprise,
About to see
motherfucker.
some live gameplay.
What you're looking for?
Hey, did you get your beta packs downloaded?
But yeah, if you want to call it that, sure.
For
Did
you,
your beta
what does it
download
mean
already?
To you, like you're
Should be beta 1 and 2 pack.
For a long time.
Cool.
What does it mean to you?
Cool.
I first saw that hurts a lot, reminding me that I am that old.
You're
No,
welcome.
I think Call of Duty for a long time has been one of those games that brings friends together to do silly crap or run around having fun in multiplayer or screaming at each other in Warzone when people aren't pulling their weight. The banter is always like number one.
Well, hey, I appreciate it. Have fun, man. Awesome to see you.
3 minutes. Yeah, mine's sitting here, says live October the 6th at 1 p.m. So I'll be ready for that. That little the logo for the movement watch. See what it looks like? Talking about the movement watch. Got MVMT or ENT, something like that, and then they got two like arrows pointing at each other. Like them. Cool. Yeah, MVMT. Yeah. Movement sponsoring this somehow a little bit. Yeah, they got enough money to sponsor a little bit. Probably got some gamers wearing the movement watches. Shout out to the 5 out there watching. 8 likes. If you guys are wondering what's going on, this is exactly what I said. Catch Call of Duty next with me. Modern Warfare 3 beta starts in 1 day. It's actually 1 p.m. tomorrow, exactly 13 hours from right now. Yeah, they look good together. Black and red's always, to me, I like them colors together. Black and gold, black and red. Black and gold is a common one, but black and red definitely looks good. Be amazed at how many colors look good with black. But yeah, I agree with you on the hat. "26 seconds. Right. We are not responsible for any of this video play coming up. We are actually doing a live reaction stream of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 live event called COD Next, and we are actually going live now. Okay. Hey, look, 17 plus or above. Kids are younger than 17. Get the hell out right now. Bye. See ya. Sorry, just the way it is. That's the law.
You know who we are? Only so. This is Ghost. Woods. Mason.
Farah.
Russell Adler. Captain Price. Going dark. Everybody ready?
I just got Call of Duty.
Good start, Dad. Hell yeah! You got it.
Well, it's not over yet. Trust me.
Go, go, go! Stop the train! Give us the fire. We'll give them hell.
What do they do with some serious recapping here, man? I remember some of these.
Oh my god, that was sick!
20 years of Call of Duty.
As the iconic Captain Price once said, it's a good time to take inventory. This month, we are celebrating 20 years of Call of Duty. With all the matches played and missions completed, our history is made up of the incredible experiences created by you, the players. On behalf of all of us who work to bring these games to life each day, thank you for sharing this journey with us. We have some amazing in-game rewards we will be announcing later in the show, but for now, we wanted to take a moment to reflect. You are the reason for the success of these games, and from all of the teams across the world, we are grateful and humbled at your ongoing support, enthusiasm, and dedication to all things COD. While we celebrate this milestone, we are also looking ahead to the next chapter of awesome moments together. Today, you will see and hear all the details of Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, an exclusive look at Modern Warfare Zombies, a brand new Warzone map, Warzone mobile news, and more. In Call of Duty, no one fights alone. So we brought 250 creators from around the world to drop in live here at Call of Duty Next.
250.
This is Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer.
Out of them 250, I wonder how many of them are, no, wait a minute, my bad. I won't go there. There's Terminal. Oh, here comes. Yeah, you know they're going to give us a copyright for this one, guys. Maybe I won't get too much of one. I'm going to mute this for a second during this particular segment, guys. That's, I mean, come on, they're Eminem, dude. You're playing Eminem. YouTube's not going to like that in about a... They might not like it today, but they're definitely not going to like it tomorrow. I apologize for not allowing game audio at this point, guys. We will return the game audio as soon as they get done with this trailer. That dude looked like he had a diamond suit on. This trailer, I mean, I've seen this. This is when they posted yesterday, I think it was. Day before yesterday, whatever. But anyway, that's awesome gameplay. It looks sick. There you go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Call of Duty Next. We have an action-packed day in store for you with gameplay and game details for Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Warzone, and Call of Duty Warzone.
How many faces we recognize in the audience or in the gamers?
Creators
I know I've done
us
scenes
ready to dive into these games, and we're so excited to be here with you today to unveil the future of Call of Duty. I'm Golden Boy, your host for today, alongside the one and only Stephanie Snowden. You may know her as the Studio Communications Director, and we are thrilled to go into what's going to be upcoming for the 20th year of Call of Duty, which is bonkers.
It's a little bit younger than us.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Just a touch. Thank you so much for not revealing my age.
Oh, you're quite welcome. We don't do that here. It's a safe place. Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here. It is an electric atmosphere. It's absolutely incredible. And I am so ready to talk about Call of Duty. It's been an entire calendar year of us saying next.
Shout out to the 6 guy. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you hit that like button.
We're here to talk about Modern Warfare 3, and we're going to be getting into gameplay very, very soon. But we have some amazing guests coming in from the studios. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's right. We also have some awesome viewership rewards as well for people to watch at home. Isn't that right, Steph?
It's true. Make sure you're dialed in on the broadcast here at COD Next, because you will have a chance to unlock in-game rewards for Modern Warfare 3 just for watching this stream on the official Call of Duty or Twitch YouTube channels. Take a look and chat on either of these streams for more details for your chance to earn some of the awesome loot on the screen. I want that weapon charm.
Yeah, that's right. So make sure you go out there.
Turn my
watch
phone
it.
on.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
there's no reason for you not to, but we've got some good stuff coming up on the horizon. But Steph, what do we have coming up first? This is one I'm very excited about.
Yes, we are diving straight into Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. Joining us now, the multiplayer team from Sledgehammer Games, Adam Iskov, Senior Development Director, Greg Reisdorf, Multiplayer Creative Director.
That's how I got that call beta code for you.
I am
Tiger Thunder was actually watching Call of Duty tournament.
Where do we even start? You know, I have an idea, but
yeah, we have a run-up show. We have a direction that we're going to go in, thankfully. But guys, this has to feel very freeing. It has to feel like now you're going to be able to talk about this thing that you've been working on for so long here, and you're going to also have these incredible creators playing it all in real time.
Yeah, it's wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to have all the creators being able to play, give us feedback on the game right away, and have everybody playing beta tomorrow. It's going to be great.
Jump right into beta tomorrow, folks. We'll be talking about that more later to remind you. But we're going to get straight into gameplay for the folks behind us. But before we do, Greg,
I think they're going to give us like 5 maps
top line of what the
on beta.
Can really expect.
Don't quote me on that, but I think I've seen somewhere where it posted we were going to get 5 maps.
We have one of the greatest sets of launch maps ever coming to the game. And we've taken these maps and we've really revitalized them and modernized them with the latest in visuals, audio, effects, as well as gameplay.
What just happened there?
Coming to bat on those, and it's just
Sure.
fantastic.
I think
to have
that was on their end.
We also have a ton of new mechanics coming into the game around movement, around being able to be responsive in the moment in that combat.
It didn't buffer, you know what I'm saying?
We have one of the
it wasn't a connection issue. It just
set of weapons
stopped.
ever in Modern Warfare in multiplayer.
Yeah, with carry forward from Modern Warfare 2, of course, you're going to be taking your inventories with you.
That's huge.
Be reminding people throughout the day. But with that largest weapon slate
Go
coming,
again. What is going on here? Or are we not going to be able to do this?
You suck, you jackass.
multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3. Very exciting.
What up, Stunner?
Exciting stuff.
So this is literally a copy and paste game of the same old maps for $80. From what I'm seeing,
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing as soon as our.
I'm not sure why it's skipping here. It's not buffering on my end. It's just freezing.
Really We're going to be all
There's
really
got to be
pumped
something
see
on
it.
their end. I'm not seeing internet issues.
Because I had a chance to play it, and I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. So, I mean, credit to you guys for making something that is not just fun, but also brings back a very familiar feeling for old heads like
Save
myself.
you money this
that
year.
just, you know,
Will you be able to play the free beta on starting the 8th? If you want to at least give the beta a try, shit. I mean, I'm not sure what the hell's going on here, guys. It's my browser that's become unstable. We can get it back.
There's so much to talk about, but let's start small for today. We're going to be playing 5 maps here, and those are the 5 multiplayer core 6v6 maps that are in beta. Greg, you want to take us through what we're going to see?
Yeah, of course. Well, right now we're watching a little bit of Skid Row, and that is, you know, a great map.
Iconic.
We have
Not
Rust
sure what
here.
happened there.
And again, Rust is, there's so much happening in these maps.
My browser is not going to work here.
You know, Adam, what else are we seeing? What else are we going to have in the beta?
Well,
We
so
have
Favela.
As Stephanie mentioned, today we're playing 5 of the 16 core 6v6s that we're launching on day 1 with Modern Warfare 3. So we're talking Favela, Estate, Rust, Skid Row, High Rise, all of which are stone cold classics that, you know, we've modernized to, you know, accommodate the Modern Warfare 3 updated player mechanics and movement and gameplay and weapon feel. So I'm really excited to get a little taste of what's going to be in the beta, and then you know, give players some excitement around what's launching on day 1.
This is what you're going to have to look forward to.
For me, as I had mentioned
people
previously,
bouncing around the map like
played,
this right here.
And competed way back in the day in Modern Warfare 2.
Slide canceling, reload canceling.
Return again. Because, like, you know, I look at Favela and I remember, a long time ago when Clayster eliminated me from a Game Battles tournament and absolutely bopped me in the middle, you know, in front of all my friends. He doesn't remember it, but I remember it for the rest of my life.
That's all that matters.
Favela holds a special place in my heart for sure.
I think the coolest thing for me is dropping into a brand new set of maps, but having enough familiarity. I know right where I am, right? But a lot of what we've done and what
we have already bought. Yeah.
Great sledgehammer touches that you guys have
Well,
brought to these maps.
another thing too, I don't know if DV told you this, but DV's the one that brought it to our attention that
true to the original
in order
design
to
and layout
pre-order
the original maps. So if you remember some sweet spots,
Modern Warfare
some
3,
lines of
you
sight
have to
from the
have Modern
originals,
Warfare
those are still
2 on
gonna
your
be there.
system.
But we've also made some adjustments to just make them feel better.
Why
for
is
Modern
it-
Warfare 3's
I don't know.
movement and
I don't
weapon
get.
feel, and we feel like it's
If
a
it's
really
not an add-on or an expansion, why do you have to have
Here's
Modern
my
Warfare
personal
2?
favorite, Kim.
Agreed.
I would like to talk to you about this. Fellow high-rise stands, where are you at? I know you're
Not
back
pre-ordered.
here.
I see players are
Well, I mean, you already got
figuring out
Modern
some of
Warfare
the Easter
2,
eggs
but
of, you know, the
I'm just
original
saying,
maps and
he
having
brought it
back
to my attention, and then when I pre-ordered it, the same thing. I seen up there that you had to have Modern Warfare 2, which I already have.
Everybody yesterday, I saw all the creators at the red carpet event. They're all like, I'm sniping off the map. I'm sniping off the ladder on high res. Watch me. I'm a 360 off it. I'm like, oh, here we go. We're already there.
So good. It was so important to us to keep all of those opening moves that you remember from back in the day. and being able to have those in the game, but also have this modernization of the movement, how we're able to work with the high mantles in the game now, like all of this stuff that we're watching in high res. You can now go over a lot of this with mantles, and you can go over, like you can use your slide canceling, you could do all of that.
Well, I was going to ask about that. Did that create a layer of, you know, maybe some complexity with the slide canceling and stuff like that, like trying to ensure that the maps don't get just completely like turned upside down on its head?
It does, and one of the things about these maps is these maps were made 14 years ago, like, and to have that, like, we had to make them ready to go for 2023.
Made 14 years ago.
We've added that modernization to them, to what gamers expect, to what our Call of Duty
game design
fans,
changed a lot in those years.
Yeah, it is, and you have to bring everything up to the standard of today. And when we've gone through and we've maintained a lot of that within these maps, and there's a few places where we've had to make exceptions for that, but for the most part, like, you can go in, those lines of sights that were there are still there, and you're going to have fun to do those opening moves, those opening snipe shots.
Well, it was in 2009, not in 2023.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And keeping that conversation going, what are the maps like? Because I know that there's going to be more down the line.
Oh, for sure.
Let's talk about the launch maps.
So in addition to these 5 that we're playing today, day 1 on launch, we're going to get the rest of the 16 OGs from 2009. So we're talking Karachi, Invasion, Afghan, Glory, Skid Row, you know, Sub Base, Rundown. Yeah, like it's all there, and on and on.
Oh, we got the scrap.
Yeah, so we're super excited to be bringing those. And in addition to those OGs, we have some new ground war maps that we're launching too. So we have 3 ground war maps that are brand new, which is the traditional like 32v32 vehicle gameplay. So that's going to be an awesome alternative for people if they want to take a break from 6v6.
Okay, I see how some of these guys are actually, or that some of these people are actually able to play. They're not logged in as their account. They're logged in as COD Next, and then a number.
Like huge battles, like this is so exciting.
Ground War is a great mode for that. And aside from Ground
That's how there's
War,
certain
I'm
people
excited
logged
to
into
say
this
that
game up here playing this game
another mode
that
coming
didn't
back
be
that
there.
Many of us know and love.
Activision should have never invited them to start with, but yet.
That's right. Wow. We are super. I mean,
They're there.
War mode holds a special place in my heart too. From 2017. It's a brand new map that's launching on day 1 as well. It's got the attacker defender gameplay that we remember from the mode, the linear objectives, the buildables, the scripted events. It's really exciting to see that be part of our day 1 launch slate as well.
Awesome. So we've got Ground War, we've got Core 6v6, we've got War mode, and a little something we're going to get to later in the show, a brand new mode coming to multiplayer that will be available at launch.
That's right.
And also playable in the beta.
That's right. Yeah.
Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's really so cool to see a lot of these players get back to the roots, you know, because you can even see it. Like, something I always enjoyed about a lot of these like big reveal events, right, is everyone loads in, they're discovering these maps for the first time, they're seeing them with fresh eyes. But here, that's not the case. We got a lot of familiarity here, and now the fresh eyes are going to be like, what did they add? What did they contribute to like make this into their own vision of a map? They contribute to like make this into their own vision of a map. But I do appreciate as a competitive guy that you guys really focused on keeping the core of the maps.
We love these maps. Like we've adopted these maps internally at Sledgehammer. We treat them as our own, and we've gone through every nook and cranny, understanding them, understanding where all of the Easter eggs are, where all the line sites are. We have tons and tons of PowerPoints about it that just allow us to go through and really understand like what makes these maps work. And then what we've done is we've taken that nostalgia and we've also added that modernization of spice on top of it, that when you're playing these, when you're coming back to them, it is familiar, but also new at the same time, where you're now able to mantle over things that you were never able to get to.
Out here, 8 likes. If you haven't hit that like, please. Looks like you hit that like button. Looks like you're texting very similar to MW2.
I live here.
MW2 with MW1 maps.
These maps first came
I'm going to call it MW1 or MW 2019, however you want to say it. But
Kill Confirmed did not
2019
exist.
map,
So those are brand new modes
Modern Warfare 2 gameplay.
Well, I'm interested to
You're
see
going to have all the bundles, all the skins, all the characters.
elevate
But not all characters, you know what I mean. All the bundles and stuff, the skins and shit like that.
Or even casually,
all that's going to be here.
Back in the day.
Whole new experience.
Whole new experience.
Yeah.
Whole new experience. You have some of those maps, those larger maps.
That's what I'm calling it.
You know, Modern Warfare 09, like Derail and Underpass. And those play fantastic when you get into 10v10 or 12v12. We've had those.
But yet they're not calling it an
coming,
expansion either. No, it's not an add-on or an expansion.
And it's just fabulous to be able
Not
to play
paying $80 for that.
control for those.
I want it for the zombies. I want it more for the zombies than I do the multiplayer. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm going to play multiplayer.
Community go to town on these maps and really.
You wait for Treyarch.
Play them and
I wish they would do some more Black Ops.
Some great kill confirmed.
I really do. I wish they would bring some Black Ops back. Maybe remaster Black Ops 2 until you come up with a good idea. But
I will be there. I will be waiting.
I would love to see.
This is so great.
Get back on the Black Ops track.
I know
What
we're
up,
talking
Grizzle?
a lot about the 20-year anniversary of Call of Duty, but like, what better way to celebrate that than like, you know, with
these
dropping
classic
all
maps.
of these
Yeah.
16 day one. You know,
We're looking at High Rise in 2023, and it's brand new. That's so cool. I'm just going to take a moment to appreciate that. Like, you know, it's not every day that you get to not just go back and like relive things that you enjoyed so much growing up, but then also to, there are some streamers here who are younger than Call of Duty's launch, you know, 20 years ago. So they're going to get to experience this really with a fresh coat of paint for the first time ever. That has to feel quite liberating for you guys, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
The beta or the live gameplay is actually full of sweats.
You know, veterans as well as like
These are the sweats that you don't want to run into in a public lobby right here.
You're obviously
Never been a better time to jump in. Yeah, I mean, you're absorbing so much of COD's history. To your point, what a better way to celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty than with these iconic maps returning in an all-new way. And we're going to talk about all those new ways as part of the, you know, the innovations that you guys have brought to gameplay in just a second. But we want to remind the audience out there that while you're watching gameplay today, you will get to play it starting tomorrow. Take a look here at the beta schedule. For players who pre-order on PlayStation, starting tomorrow, and next week for players who order
The 8th
on
through the
Xbox
16th,
and
you can
PC.
play for free.
The maps, modes, weapons you're seeing here today, those are in beta, and so are 2 new ground war maps and in-game rewards for playing. So anyway, take a look, take notes here.
I understand that. I understand
Tune into
that.
the stream, get some hot tips before you
First
drop
thing I'm
in
gonna do
your
is the
first match
campaign, of
tomorrow.
course. We got early access to the campaign as well, so that is one of the things that I ain't gonna do.
You know, everyone
I'm
across
gonna jump on the campaign and try to run it,
like going live, playing
and then we'll go
live,
from
like,
there. But
and then again, loading
yeah,
up and then seeing like
I get
Scrapyard or High Rise.
the zombies is not for everybody.
I
Bots,
genuinely
that's
am so
basically what you know.
about this. But
Playing
you know,
against
there are a lot
AIs,
of, like,
playing against
maps
bots.
that, returning
I
fans
get
like
it.
myself definitely will enjoy. But you know, I love.
It's not
some
really
new-
zombies
you know,
is not
there
really
anything
my
that we
cup
should
of
be
tea either, but I'm
expecting,
trying.
you know, like
I'm
post-launch as far as like maps go?
trying
Oh,
to
definitely.
enjoy
I
the
am
zombie side
very,
of the
very
game.
excited to tell you both today
And looking
that
forward to something a little
starting
different.
Season 1, we have
They screwed Vanguard zombies
season
up.
1 we're dropping 3,
Vanguard,
season 2 dropping
Vanguard
3 more new
zombies,
ones.
in my
Over the
opinion,
course
was a
of our
total
entire
joke.
live season, there will be 12 new
They
66
tried to
maps
improve it by
coming to Modern
creating
Warfare 3.
round base
Also,
in
Well,
Vanguard, but
16, 12 down the road.
it was
that is
still a
our
joke,
big
in my
map
opinion.
pool to choose from.
And these
Garbage.
are all different sizes of maps, different locales, for all different play styles. You know, you might see 1 or 2 fan favorites come back as well over the course of live
jump
season.
back to Cold
but
War
we have a bunch
zombies,
of new maps
but at least they
coming.
didn't
Really excited
totally
about.
destroy the Cold War
And
zombies.
those are
so.
6v6.
Yep.
Again, I'm just hoping to have something else
There are
to
other
go
maps in
on.
there as well that we'll talk about once we get into the live season, but 6v6 core maps.
Well, I know you guys can see that.
Brand new.
And
The
guess
video,
what?
the
With all
stream
of those
itself
maps,
lagged, but the little bit that went over here to
it's
the right
back.
didn't. So
You know what you can do with
the
them?
lagging that we're seeing
You can
occasionally is
vote.
definitely on
We're
their
going to see it
end.
in a lobby soon, but map voting is back, folks.
Yeah, that's huge.
Get excited. I mean, the community has been thrilled. I can't wait to see it in action here today. I'll be taking notes on which ones we know are the ringers of the group. I think we have a good feeling.
Somebody voted for Estate, it looks like. Here we're looking at Estate.
Oh,
right now.
nice, yeah.
Somebody voted for that.
I-
Yeah, that's a good one for snipers.
I like Estate.
Yep.
I think we
Always have.
we have an idea of where the maps are going to land in the
Yep.
voting, but when you account for the new modes, the modes that you were never playing in there before, when you get into hardpoint and you need that space to have that rotation,
race, and then they broke that.
it'll be interesting to see what
Exactly.
ones are popping up to the
That's
top.
what I'm
To me, there at the end, the only good
wanna
thing
jump
was
into,
arms race, and then they broke it for me.
with my friends and run around and see where the hard points are.
That's
on-
like
on,
the
you know,
modes
these
that I like
on
in
Derailed or
Modern
something
Warfare
like that.
2. They
Skid
broke.
Row, like, I was actually
Invasion.
talking
I used
with,
to love to play
Nameless in the
Invasion.
back about this. It's like
I'd
these
rather
maps
play
now,
Invasion than
like
I had
maps like
TDM.
Skid Row that could actually like be
And then they broke it.
potentially viable, like competitively, which is quite exciting.
And then
It
they
just
broke it.
changes the entire like feel of the offering, which we didn't have back then.
We've honestly already been talking to CDL a little bit about some of their favorites, about what they might want to play, and it's great to get their feedback early on to see how the competitive.
All right, we're looking at Lupo, my guy Lupo. He is in his loadout editor. We can get a good look here. He's got the lightweight boots. And Kim, I would love if you would take us through what we're seeing here and how loadout select has changed and what players can expect.
Yeah, so what you're seeing here.
Now you're going to have to dress yourself differently. They got lightweight boots. They got tactical padding. I mean,
different categories. We have boots, gloves.
Just give us an outfit, hand us a gun, and put us in the game. Why do we need to customize our characters? We don't need all that shit. You want to put something nice back in the game, put theater mode back in.
Everything that you see there has some contextualization for players, so it's not just a list of things you're selecting from.
Again, that's my opinion, and I am sticking with it.
Bringing in boots, or you're getting this.
Quit making the game about the flash and gore
so we really like to
and all the damn models that you keep bringing into the damn game.
What they're bringing in
and start making it about the game.
It's different, it's logical, but you're also going to see some of the same perks that we know and love. So Call of Duty fans.
Don't get me wrong, I pre-ordered it. I'm gonna try my best to enjoy it.
What are you guys
and I'm gonna put Modern Warfare 2 on the back burner as quick as.
Players getting into that loadout edit, kind of
damn quick.
These builds out for play styles.
Yeah,
I think for me, it's
I'm looking for something different. Get me out of Modern Warfare 2 for a while.
Things that are on there on perks that are around. We have one that allows you to slide further.
The bad thing, don't get me wrong, the bad thing about all of this is the players that are on Modern Warfare 2 are also going to be on Modern Warfare 3. So you're still going to be facing the same players. You're still going to be facing against the same people. The only good thing I'm seeing about this is the beta is not going to be crossplay to start with.
The true silent movement perk.
So all we got to worry about is going up against PS5 players at this point. I'm okay with that.
So, it is very silent.
You hope it has infected?
Oh, yeah, no, I could. Well, yeah. Well, also, I mean, I can't hear
it might.
At their old age anyway.
I'm not going to say it ain't going to have.
These old jokes. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it might.
But, hey, I guess when, you're talking about Call of Duty having been around for so long, it's just amazing how we've all just grown up with this, right? And you guys are seeing these things.
Shout out to the 10 out here. If you haven't hit that like button, please make sure you hit that like button. Hey, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button. Don't cost nothing this year.
Something that really stuck out to me, Kim, is,
good luck, yeah.
Radar, right? You got your mini-map with red dots on there.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm glad that came back in.
Yeah, we are too. I mean, so any unsuppressed weapon fire will show up as a red dot on the mini-map, and we think it's really just a core intel piece for our player base for Modern Warfare 3. We really want to make sure people know where the firefights are happening, really understand, and as we mentioned earlier about just knowing the maps and being very familiar and nostalgic with those things, like you can see the red dots on the mini-maps and you can understand, I know the map already potentially coming in. I know how I'm going to flank. I know where we're going to go. You can strategize more with your teammates. So, we really just felt that bringing back the classic was absolutely the way to go.
It's classic gameplay return to classic maps. I think, to your point,
and
on these
this kind of gameplay right here that we're seeing right now,
I'm not sure how I'm pointing anyway.
Dude running around with a shotgun.
It feels right. It feels great. I've really loved seeing it. You have a direct way to engage. So I'm really excited to hear you guys talk about that. And that's not the only piece of classic gameplay that you'll see returning in Modern Warfare 3.
Oh. Tell me more.
Tell me more. We've talked about a little bit of movement, but I'd like to get into some of the nitty-gritty. Slide.
That's some of the gameplay that I don't care to see.
Animation cancel.
Toxic players with shotguns.
Animation cancel.
The MW3,
yeah, so we felt really strongly about bringing back slide cancel and reload cancel.
Just like this.
Well,
again, they weren't supposed to be bringing another game out to start with.
Wanted players to feel responsive and feel like they had a lot of options. So we know that when you commit to doing a slide, you're stuck on a linear trajectory.
I don't think they know how to do that one, Grizzle.
Some of those weapons have really long reloads. It's a real big commitment. So even after doing that, we wanted to make sure that players had the choice to cancel out of that because we know things change moment to moment so quickly in these battles. And it felt right, and we're just so happy that we have it back in. And we know that I think we feel that players are really going to be happy these things are back in.
Awesome. We're going to see it a lot here today. I'm sure we have our movement kings and queens getting around the map in new and interesting ways.
Well, in my opinion, again, these my opinion.
Always a hot topic.
Just like you guys have your opinion. MW 2019.
It has a lot of different moving pieces.
I disliked it a whole lot. I like MW 2000.
Time to kill.
22, whatever. Anyway, MW2 over the 2019 version, any day. Any day, hands down.
Only the exact details.
Only the exact details. So rather than 100 health, we have 150 health across all of our players.
Todd's finally pushing you to Fortnite and shit.
Currently live in Warzone.
I've been noticing you playing a lot of PUBG and Fortnite here lately.
Modern Warfare 3, Season 1 as well.
Just saying. Nothing against it. Don't get me wrong. I've played Fortnite before.
It's much more consistent across the board. So we've eliminated some of these spikes that we've had in the past. Because
I played PUBG before,
so we have modifiers on your. When you get a headshot, it does more damage. When you do a limb shot, it does
played
less
like
damage.
3-4 times.
Normalize those and close the gap between them.
It was bought for me to play, and then they never played.
Is you're able to really have this experience where it's consistent. So when you're putting bullets on target, it is now like you get that feeling.
That's
you get
the first thing I'm gonna do, Grizzle.
into your gameplay.
That's the first thing I'm gonna do is the campaign.
From combat to combat, and start to feel.
That's the reason I'm glad it's early access.
Combat, especially with our hit markers now, like the sound effect. If you haven't had a chance to listen to them, like they're fantastic.
I hear you, man. Are you gonna try the beta at least?
We have
also fantastic.
Yeah, hit marker visuals as well. So you're also notice that headshot hit marker. So that's when that extra damage is going to come into play, and it's normalized across the board. So it is a little longer. You can respond to getting shot. Like
I mean, it's free to the 8th, from the 8th to the 16th.
You can pull away, you can get into cover, and really take that engagement in the way that you want to take that engagement.
Yeah, I think with those visual identifiers and with the audio cues,
I did steal it from him.
You certainly feels like you have a bit more time to evade, definitely.
Yes.
You have more survivability, you have more options with the freedom of...
I mean, again, you know you can't always judge the game by the beta,
and that includes a new thing,
but at least to give you a taste of it. I'm not going to try to talk nobody into buying the game. I would not do that. That is farthest thing from my mind, trying to talk somebody into buying a game. No, I'm not doing that. You guys want the game? You think the game looks cool? If you try to beta and you like the game, buy it. But I will never talk nobody into buying a game. I might suggest the game is good or it's bad or whatever, but I will not.
It's going to appear as down on the D-pad for those of you.
And for any like sweats out there, I think it's important to note this is kind of it takes like an assault rifle and turns it into.
Actually, there's been a game in the past. Somebody asked me about downloading one of the previous titles. I think it was Vanguard. My personal opinion, I wouldn't do it. That's just me. I wouldn't buy it.
Oh yeah. And so those LMGs, like being able to take those longer range, when we talked earlier about
if that's the 8th, yes.
Maps, like you want to be able to run a longer gun. So being able to take that in and then going to canted, going to tack stance, inside, indoors, going in those warehouses is a fabulous mechanic to have.
We just saw it here. We're seeing some clips of it. Yep.
Yeah, and it is very good. Having used it myself,
yes, 8th to the 16th.
I can see the application for it, and I think we're going to see some awesome outplay opportunities. Like players are going to go nuts with that feature.
Yeah. It's also nice just if you have a specific playstyle. Adam, you mentioned it's really great for close quarters combat, which is personally what I have used it for when I've been playtesting with you guys. But I think it's there if you want it, and if you're not, if you're not into it, don't use it. You know,
I see what you meant by that comment a while ago. Now I got you.
For players to choose how they engage with movement.
I think some of them were rumors. I think some of the people, some of the maps that were supposedly coming to MW or Modern Warfare 2, I think were rumors.
Mechanic a little bit. There's options for you to allow you to put it on your stick, which, if you're not...
Yeah, like the terminal map, supposedly terminal map was coming.
Like, it is a skill at that point, being able to utilize that in those close quarters combat.
Right. Adam, I see you studying gameplay intently. We're on Rust here. What are we seeing?
I love me some Rust. And just talking about the options any player can use. Somebody was running a shotgun a second ago. Now we're seeing somebody with an AR. There's snipers up at the top of the tower. There's, on a map like this, that's
a lot of variety.
Yeah, that's really like fast gameplay. You can still see it. It's viable for all different play styles, which is really exciting.
Yeah, there really is nothing better than grabbing a shotty and just running around the map and.
I mean, he just had the Renetti out. He's going.
Same shit, different day, DB.
You got all different options.
Taking out this Call of Duty Next event.
Taking a hard point right now.
Watching a little bit of the gameplay. I'm hoping they're actually going to show a little zombie gameplay, because there's a known zombie player
We're going to take a quick
in
break
the
from
audience
gameplay for a
playing
brief
the
second.
game.
We actually wanted to mention an awesome
All right, man.
partnership
Appreciate it, Grizzle.
between Call of Duty
Appreciate the likes, man.
and
Appreciate
the
you coming by, dude.
Hundreds. Now, you're taking a look
And thank
here.
you
We
for
should be
being
seeing
the
in a
first
moment,
member
at a limited
to
edition
sticking with it,
Call
man.
of Duty
Thank you, sir.
Hundreds clothing line, and you have a chance to win one of these 50 sets. So simple. All you got to do is follow at Call of Duty on X or Twitter, and make sure you tweet or post hashtag CODNEXT and hashtag sweepstakes for a chance to win one of 50 sets of the Ghost Bomb collection. So follow the channel, tweet the hashtags for a chance to win a set from this awesome lineup.
Better than what's
let's
currently
just
out
go
there.
ahead and jump right back to the gameplay. And Greg, you know, we'll toss one over to you here. So for anyone who has been playing Modern Warfare 2, right? You know, we now know like their inventory. That's going to be making its way over to this game, which is really, really cool, and it creates that like value for that player. Like,
The
hey,
thing
my
about
time here
they're in
was worth
they're in a
it.
studio, or they're in a,
It
you know,
is
they're in a
all
big
about
place
honoring the
that
player
everybody's
investment
playing
for us.
on
Like,
like
this is,
a
we call
LAN
this carry
server.
forward. We talked a little bit about it before.
So,
we had some blog posts about it. But with
unless
carry
their
forward,
server has
all of your
issues within
investment
that
into
building,
Modern Warfare
they're
2
all getting
is coming over into Modern Warfare 3.
fabulous
So any weapon
teams. You know what I'm saying?
is available for you day one in Modern Warfare 3, so you can go ahead and use that. Any operator that you've purchased or that you've unlocked as well. So if you got that spawn operator from Season 6.
The Season 6 Battle Pass is coming with us.
It's there. It's there at day one, and it's fantastic to have. Even all of those blueprints and everything coming in. With your weapon level as well is available. All of your attachments, your camos are there.
Me too, man.
You your mastery camos, you got your
I mean, what they're talking about right here.
But don't worry, the grind is still there for the Modern Warfare 3 weapons because it has its own set of completionist camos as well that you can go in and grind your heart out for those and go ahead and get those, you know, in the game.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some of the other new challenges coming to Modern Warfare 3 in a little bit, but exciting to hear that the camo grind is real. We'll be back on it before we know it. More to come soon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can definitely tell the movement looks better.
Come soon. So ominous.
These guys, some of these guys that they're showing playing the game can't shoot worth a damn.
I love the fact that we're going to get carried forward. I like the fact that, you know, there's plenty as we're seeing here. What other new weapons might we, you know, be treated to, I guess, moving forward here?
We have a bunch of new weapons coming in Modern Warfare 3. We have over 30
Dude sitting there playing
new
claw.
weapons that you can
I couldn't play that way.
Get new attachments for them. We have new global attachments as well that are available that you can use across all of your weapons.
Wow.
Yeah, even the Modern Warfare 2 weapons. And then we have 20+ operators that are there for you to unlock and be able to use and experience.
If you don't mind me asking, how it must have been a fun challenge to take those weapons from MW2 and then bring them over to MW3 and like really try.
Oh yeah, it's been a fun challenge.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, it's been great, and being able to have all of those weapons and being able to have your arsenal come with you is an amazing experience.
I feel like it was
day
important
one.
to you guys to have
It
that.
is. It's very important for us to honor our players and be able to, you know, take all of that. But you spent a year in this game. We need to bring that into the next game and allow you to be able to experience it and have fun and not set you back all the way. We still have, you know, 1 to 55. You're going to be able to level that again. And we have new content in there for you to experience.
All the bells and whistles.
All the bells and whistles is there. But being able to have those weapons, being able to make it work with all of the attachments, we're actually doing tuning on those weapons as well.
There's a lot of stuff you're going to be able to do to weapons, man. It's just, it's insane the things that you're going to be able to do with your weapons
but they're not
now.
going to be one-to-one. You can actually go in, and our friends at Beanox have been able to put in detailed weapon stats for us, and you're going to be able to go in and look at all of those intricacies. Check out what their headshot multipliers are. Check out what their, you know, limb damage is. All of that stuff in there.
And that brings up attachment tuning. Attachment tuning is coming to Modern Warfare 3.
It is. It's part of Modern Warfare 2. It's part of that carry forward.
Yeah.
Attachment tuning.
Yeah, excellent stuff. I think we're all just happy that, you know, what I had already used is gonna come with me.
Nicki Minaj is coming with you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
That was what I needed to know about. You know, not Spawn. Although I do love me some Spawn.
The Barbs are thrilled. Kim, we are seeing some epic looking skins and weapons on our creators here today. In fact, right now, if you look at the screen, check that out. I believe these are from the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. Can you give us some additional info?
Yeah, happy to. So what you're seeing right now are the weapon camos that are going to be in our Vault Edition. There's a blue and a red version. So there's the Crimson Fate is what we're calling one of them, and the Carbon Fate is the other. And these will be applicable on 4 different weapons if you get the Vault Edition, plus all of their attachments. And they're reactive, so the better you do in the match, the more eliminations you get in a match, the more you'll start to see that visual change on
remember that in Black Ops 4, right?
Also, the operators have their own versions of this. These are the Nemesis skins. So there is a blue version
more you
and a red
do, the
version
more
there.
the
The blue
gun
version
changes.
goes on Price and Ghost, and the red version goes on Warden and Makarov. Those are the 4 operators that get these skins. Same reactive tech, so you're going to see a little bit of the silver, metallic, shiny looking skin come up on the hands and the torso, the better you do in the match.
I've seen a lot of Warden hype on the internet, so I think people are really excited to see her in action, and that skin in particular is awesome. But one thing about the reactive skins, to your point, these are performance driven, so that effect actually will scale back if you stop getting kills, guys.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, you got to do well.
Gotta
You want to see the fun stuff on screen.
Yeah.
We need you to perform. So those will be awesome. People will be popping off having these awesome effects go around the map as well. And of course, those are in the Vault Edition.
Yeah, and you know, speaking of the weapons and diving into it a little bit more, I understand as well that there is also a new system that you guys have on top of that with the aftermarket parts, right? Which that, if we could dive a little bit more into that, because that sounded really fascinating to kind of like make guns play in a different way just off of one part alone.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you can take a pistol and turn it into an AR.
LMG that has a bullpup conversion to it. So they're full conversion kits that allow these weapons to really go cross-class and to change up. They are meaningful, powerful changes.
And that's a Renetti.
That's a Renetti that is actually turning into an SMG with this conversion kit. It's like a 3D printed part on there.
No secondary.
No secondary. So what you do not, like we have a gunner vest that allows you to take a primary as a secondary. You do not need to take that if you're swapping out your Renetti for that aftermarket part to make it into an SMG.
And one of the coolest things is how you unlock these amps. So we're going to see, we call them amps. We love acronyms here, guys. So we have 2 amps that are coming to beta, I believe. But how you're going to unlock them at launch and beyond, you want to talk a little bit about those challenges?
Yeah, so in beta they unlock a little differently than they do at launch. So at launch, they're actually, we have a new system called weekly challenges. It is pretty much exactly as it sounds. There are challenges, a group of challenges that we release weekly.
I was worried it was like bi-weekly for a moment.
Yeah.
Trick question.
Yeah. Thankfully, it is every
Appreciate
week.
keeping the chat
and then
going, man.
the reward for getting all of those challenges
Go get
for
your
that
fish
week
on.
is an aftermarket part. So the first 3 weeks that the game is out, we have an aftermarket part reward for those, completing those challenges. You can then take that aftermarket part into the game and use that.
Thanks for watching. 10 likes. Appreciate it.
Again, it just, the through
You guys are wondering what we're watching here. Call of Duty Next live reveal of the
this new way to
gameplay.
customize the experience and let the player kind of choose the way to have that their own play style reflected in those guns using the amps. It's super exciting.
Yeah, it definitely is. As we're going to continue to take, just more of a look and enjoy, the game as players continue to run around and get into some more shenanigans, playing some domination here as well on Estate.
Awful big map they're playing domination now, ain't it?
This is again, it still just baffles my mind that I'm looking at these maps in 2023, and I'm just excited to play them. Yeah, and even the movement, I'm just excited to play them then as I am now. Like that is such a wonderful feeling to have. And then also on top of that too, just to see the way that players can interact with the ways you build your classes. I really do like what you guys did with the perk system and how you contextualized it and made it like a physical thing. Was that like a desire to kind of just make it a bit more grounded, or what was the I guess the design choice on that, rather than just going with pictures on a screen? You guys went for something quite bold.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really was a big part of the context for the players. It's not just a UI menu with choices, that were sort of ambiguous. It was a little bit, we wanted to make sure that you brought in your fighting load carrier, right? Your FLC was what we talked about, internally is this thing where every piece of gear that you brought in did something meaningful for your loadout selection.
Yeah.
So perks was a big part of that, and we got a chance to look at the gear items, all inspired by real-world military tech and items, and we were able to really figure out what goes with what and what are the remixes we want to make, and we think we came up with a really good and interesting field of choices in our perks this year.
So I don't know if you guys can see it. We're taking a look around the room at the moment. We actually have a 2-story streaming tower. I'm going to call it a tower.
Pretty epic in here.
It's absolutely wild in here, and everyone is very focused on their play. It all of a sudden, oh hey, that's us. Oh hey guys. GG's.
Hello.
So we've got this big giant room filled with Modern Warfare 3, filled with awesome creators from all over the world, and as Ted Timmons would say, the vibes are good. We're gonna hear Ted talk
zombie
about
gameplay. Let's go, bring it on.
Point out that screen you're looking at there, that the logo.
That is a serious size map right there, though.
Behind there are all the players that are behind that screen, which is so cool. I didn't even know that was a thing that you could do. 15 years in this industry, still continuously to be shocked by new tech that comes out all the time.
This is Call of Duty, baby.
Yeah, you guys go big. I respect it.
Cutting edge.
Yeah, I love it. Love to see it here.
74 to 200.
We're getting a few of these games wrapped up, but there's definitely this sense in the room of like, all right, Q next, go next, GG go next, go next.
It's so fun to play it. Like every day I come into the office and I boot up the game, get into a match as quickly as possible, and start playing. And it is just fun to watch them play as well, because there's so many things that they're doing. Like earlier we were watching a circuit around the estate house, and that movement just looks so hot going through it. So like being able to mantle, we have sprint when you're tack sprinting. We actually increase the mantle speed so it feels more fluid as you're going across. And we're regenning your tack sprint as you're sprinting as well.
I also saw a couple people pop off with Battle Rage. So Battle Rage is back.
Battle Rage is back. It's actually moved into the tactical slot.
Yes.
So it is very powerful. So if you take that, we have an awesome vest, the engineering vest, that allows you to take 2 tacticals. As maybe we didn't touch on the vest.
Actually, let's
talk about some of the vests.
Yeah, so the vest is a really big piece of that. Like, it is our main core piece of gear. Kim touched on how we contextualized everything. That vest is, we're contextualizing what you're actually putting into the game. So it's going to dictate what, your tacticals, what tactical slots you have, how many you can take, how many lethals you can take, how many, well, you get 1 boot and you get one glove.
Yeah.
So you can't take multiple gloves. But how many gear slots you can actually have. So with the engineering vest that I just mentioned, you're getting 2 tacticals that you can take.
At the cost of your lethal.
At the cost of your lethal, and you also gain another gear slot.
Awesome.
And that gear slot is super important because that gear slot is where all of your intelligence perks lie. So those are things like what we used to call hardline or high alert sit in that slot, and now you can take both of them at the same time and really have that advantage.
Awesome.
There you go.
And if there are 4 vests to choose from at the moment, I believe.
Correct. In beta, there are 4, yeah.
4. So in beta, there are 4. Expect to see those tomorrow. Infantry vest, engineer vest. Seen a lot of
From
people
what I'm
running
seeing, it
infantry
does.
vests today.
It does,
Got
boss. It
great
looks like the
gear
same
out.
game.
We just got to get the loadout.
They're just changing some abilities. Now you got slide cancel. Quick.
Faster.
I mean,
it is the core. Like if you're familiar with Call of Duty, I imagine most of our people watching are.
Changing the perk
that is your
systems around a
core
little
loadout.
bit.
So you have your normal
Lethal
3
systems
perks,
around a little bit.
and you get your tactical, lethal, primary, secondary.
Yep.
And what's cool about the vests is they actually have perks.
You have to have MW2 to
so
even buy it.
With the infantry vest baked in right away, you're getting
I think
that
that's.
attack sprint refresh.
I mean, again, that's another way of saying, hey,
and also a little
this
bit
is
of
an add-on,
extended
or this is
time
an
there.
expansion date.
One of the things that we've done.
Excuse me, yeah, it's a full-blown game, but it's still going to be an add-on to MW2 because everything carries over. And that's why, because everything carries over from MW2 to MW3. You have to have both of them installed.
The vests and stuff, and then
You'll never be able to uninstall 2 if you got 3.
Have everything kind of synergized together and have you create like the optimal build here. It's quite customizable.
And it's really helped out a lot with how we balance the game in that sense, because now what we've done is we've let you take more than we normally do, but we've also balanced that out with what you can
definitely
take
better
at the
movement.
same
There are
time.
Definitely.
trade-offs.
Yeah.
From what I'm
There are
seeing,
trade-offs.
definitely better
I think
movement.
what you're talking about, selecting the vest, selecting the boots, it's going to come at a cost, and that's where the balance lies.
Yeah, and we love that we are going into these matches. You're making decisions. You have to make those decisions before you go in, and really, have consequences if you're choosing wrong, and learn from it and go back and make new decisions.
So I can't change those in match, correct?
You can change them.
I can't change that was a trick.
The consequences. The consequences are,
Go hide
we want you to be in
Yeah, I was
control.
like,
of
what?
it.
You'll still have to live with the consequences of your actions.
I always
For
do.
that moment.
They've been haunting me.
Well,
for years.
yeah, we'll have to see.
Let's talk. I haven't seen anybody get one yet. I've seen a couple streaks pop off, but I'm wondering
of course, boss. Of course.
If we
That's
have any
reading,
personal favorites
you know,
at the
if
desk
people
here.
are planning on buying it, if people are planning on playing it, play it in its early stages because that's when it's going to be the best.
Lethal. It's in your lethal
Until they start
so
nerfing and buffing and tweaking and tuning.
And it's just slow flying.
Catch it
down
before
a
it
hallway.
gets
You can clear dom points, hard points,
or
and
up,
wipe out
basically.
an entire enemy squad with it.
You want a 4-piece?
I know it's going to have some bugs. Everybody knows this. There's going to be some glitches. There's going to be some hiccups. There's going to be some bugs.
The counter to that one, though,
But what I'm saying is put your game out and don't keep tweaking and tuning every damn thing.
So in addition to that, we have a mosquito drone, which you shoot into the air. And
That I don't know. I'm assuming yes.
And then dive bombs an enemy when an enemy approaches that area.
I'm assuming yes. You have to have both. If you do not own Modern Warfare 2, you're going to have to purchase it.
As annoying
Unless
as a real mosquito.
they're going to give it away for free.
They plague me in matches when I've play tested, and so I'm
You can already play. What is it, Warzone? Ain't Warzone free?
that thing coming,
Right. We have something called the ACS, which is affectionately called the capture bot on the dev team. So it's basically this box that you throw down on a dom point or hard point, and it'll capture the point for you. So you can hang back and get in cover, and then let it capture the point for you. So when enemies come to try to take it, you can take them out from behind cover. So just yesterday, I had an awesome match where I put down an ACS on a dom point and then shot a mosquito drone in the air that it was patrolling. So I just like hung back and watched the whole thing unfold. An enemy rolled in there to try to get my
variety
ACS
their
out,
comment
and then the
content.
drone got in. I didn't have to do anything. I was just like, that's right. That's all my equipment doing.
You're like, I have
work for me.
crafted the master plan to capture this point.
I was pretty proud of myself. It was pretty epic.
And then you went on to drop a nuke and have a big game. You know?
Yeah.
Not that good yet, but
okay, all right.
He drops 100.
I bet you that's what they're going to do, boss.
No, it was an awesome.
If I'm not mistaken, Warzone is free right now. I can't find a definite, but I think it is.
Tacticals, field equipment, streaks. We have the
Warzone 2 is actually free to play.
You know, this thing that you put down that's an area of denial tool. You can just, you know, it really limits enemies' movement when they run.
That's how they're going to do
it. The beam that it shoots out.
It doesn't actually eliminate players. For those of you who are going to stay tuned for Warzone later, which is hopefully all of you, I think we're going to see a lot of
Got
Guardian
MW2 hated.
and
Yeah, and you almost you grinded all but what? One gun?
Necessarily getting the eliminations, but eliminating the
You got all the camos except for one gun, did you? Or two
Like a
guns?
stun grenade, you know. And we have something called the comm scrambler that you throw down, and it's basically it creates like the ghost perk in a certain area. So you know it wipes
Oh,
out
okay, that's right. You didn't do the camo grind, did you?
UAVs won't work. You know, like everybody won't show up.
35 hours total.
Everyone can see
the active area.
That's right. You uninstalled it early and then had to reinstall it to download the MW3. I remember now. Yeah.
Comm scrambler, but you can see where it's active on the map. So expect to be
yeah, as soon as you throw it down, everybody knows where it is. They just kind of, you're hidden in that bubble for a little while.
Which could be very useful indoors. I think that's
You need 6 more guns to get platinum.
But before we wrap up the convo here on Core 6v6, I wanted to ask you about ranked play.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Greg, what can you tell us, and can you give us any little details on when we can expect to see ranked multiplayer?
We can. So our friends at Treyarch are on the case again with ranked play. They do a fantastic job with it. We love partnering with them on it. And they're going to bring that experience, update it, modernize it from Modern Warfare 2, bring that forward, and then for season 1.5, which is mid-season one.
Sometime during season one.
We will have it out, and that's when it's going to launch, because we want enough time where players can get familiar with everything, they can understand what's happening within the game, and start to build those restrictions within the game. And you can find out more from
600 plus hours. Damn. Yeah, I know you were grinding the hell out of that game.
We're going to be talking more about it, but excited to say that later in season 1 we will have a ranked play coming to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3. But that wraps up our Core 6v6 gameplay for the day. We're going to see the folks behind us switch over. We've got an exciting new mode to talk about that we're going to get to here in a second. It's called Cutthroat. It is awesome. There's so much to get into there. But first, we have a quick special announcement for all of our PlayStation players out there.
This should be literally season 7. Yeah, I agree.
When they speak of me, they want to lock your doors. C'est mignon.
I'm so glad you saved $80.
I've never found a lock. I couldn't break.
Okay. Well, I guess I got that bundle.
Announcing the PlayStation exclusive Lockpick Operator Pack, including the Van Goghted Lockpick Operator Skin, the American Gothic Blueprint, and the Starry Knife Melee Weapon Blueprint. Lockpick is a cunning art feat with noble motivations and an exciting new operator to come to Modern Warfare 3. PlayStation players can get the Lockpick Operator by pre-ordering the Modern Warfare 3 on the PlayStation Store with the items playable at the game's launch on November 10th. I didn't know she was a PlayStation exclusive operator. This is my main in all the playtests. I auto-lock Lockpick. It is how it is.
Did you know she was an art thief?
I didn't know she was an art thief. I was like, Thomas Crown Hair, hello, it's me. But we're about to head into live gameplay action for a brand new mode coming to Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. But first, a couple of
I'm going to use the restroom right quick while they bring this one in. Be right back.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX, the official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers. TCL. Play like a pro on the big screen with TCL Q-Class QLED TVs, up to 98 inches. Movement, the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3. Go to mvmt.com/COD to see the limited edition Watch collab. Backbone, level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack. Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next here at the Creators Arena. Everyone's getting ready to hop into the brand new mode, Cutthroat. And this is going to be a unique one because it's 3v3 action. So you're going to have a little bit of a mosh pit there going on.
There's a lot of threes in it.
Yeah.
So
It's fun to say.
It is. It is.
Really fun
It
to
is
say.
hard to say after a while. It's all about elimination. So you're there. As long as your squad can take out the other two squads, that's how you're going to win. It is inspired by gunfight. Like, you are actually, like, it is a very competitive mode. The thing that we like about it is it plays on all of our fantastic 16 launch maps that are there, and you get to play them in a new way. So in the past, like TDM, you're spawning at either side of the map. What Cutthroat is allowing us to do is put these triangular spawns in. So because they're three different teams, you now have 3 points. Triangle. Math somewhere in there.
Geometry, brother.
Simple maths.
Yeah. And so it allows you to experience these maps in a way that you've never experienced before, which is part of that modernization that we like to
I can't wait to hear y'all complain.
Experience to have.
Well, you're going to hear me complain about all games, the way people play them.
One life to live mode.
Jim, you're going to hear me rage. You're going to hear me bitch.
Down teammates, though. If you
my favorite emote right here.
Get down, yeah, you can go over there and revive them.
That's my favorite emoji for over here.
Come back after.
What led you guys to want to make this mode? What was the inspiration behind it?
It was gunfight in a lot of ways.
Gunfight, of course, is 2v2.
2v2 is gunfight. Yeah, and it's played on separate maps. It's played on different maps. And so what we wanted to do is be able to really focus on the 16 maps that we had at launch and be able to have a mode that is as exciting, as competitive, as gunfight in there, and really bring something new to the table, too. So our players can go out and have fun and enjoy a new experience with their squad.
Yeah,
and you can take your loadout this time. So,
yes, that's what I was going to say. Unlike gunfight, we're not providing the squads with weapons. You can actually bring your blueprints and your loadout with you.
Yep,
that's right.
And it is sweaty.
It is a sweaty game.
I am so excited to see these guys play it because they're awesome at the game anyway. We see Dr. Lupo here. He is on Cutthroat, and of course the objective, the capture point at the end is
already there.
the overtime mechanic.
Oh, he's down.
But you can't get downed, but you and picked up by your teammates. Now, what happens when you
can't get into zombies? Hey, I hear you, man. I know you tried the outbreak one time, didn't you, Stunner?
They go really, really fast. We spent a
On
lot of
Cold
time
War?
making sure
Didn't you
that
try the
just
outbreak
weren't
one
sitting
time?
there with dead air, essentially watching your teammates have fun. And that flag there is now available, so they can go and capture that flag. Whoever, well, they got eliminated, but whoever gets that flag first, just like Gunfight, is going to do it.
Okay.
Between rounds, though, we rotate where that flag
think,
is.
don't quote me on that, DV.
Geometry, that triangle.
But I think he played one time.
But it gets a little difficult.
Yeah. Gives players an opportunity to move around and actually interact with more in the map.
He'll answer this.
And you're
for sure.
again, you're experiencing these maps in brand new ways.
Zombie mode.
It is a lot of fun to have in there.
Got boy. Yeah.
That guy's got really cool hair.
I was going to say something, but as a person who has none, I figured I would refrain from it.
No, I feel like if anything, awesome.
I'm watching 12 likes. Appreciate it. You guys wondering what we're watching? We're actually watching the Call of Duty Next event.
Oh, here we go.
Fixing to break into the mode called Cutthroat.
I'm very.
Again, I'm not all about these other modes. TDM. If you got zombies, I play zombies. Of course, I'm going to do the campaign.
It is. It's very intimate.
I don't care about all these other modes. I will play them, don't get me wrong.
To figure out how to use
kill confirm,
you could pop
search and
smoke
destroy,
here,
maybe.
and really just understand.
Domination.
There's this tension that's built
maybe.
around. Like, when is this flag gonna
domination
pop?
over kill,
When do I wanna
search
go
and
in?
destroy,
When do
of course.
I want to have my team rush in?
Is that what you
I just rather play TDM.
Smoke right here, Greg?
What I'm wondering is what they're going to do with hardcore on this game. Are they going to screw it up on this game the way they did on MW2? That's my question.
I love this guy's strat. It's a good strat.
Yeah, we have the EMD grenade, which would be great in this situation.
Right. I hear you, Stunner. I definitely get where you're coming from, man.
They're going to show up constantly.
I definitely get where you're coming from, man.
So it's to me, the EMD grenade a little
there's
bit
certain
like
games that I don't care to watch, and I won't sit and watch them.
That player will then get it
I'm
from,
sorry,
so
I'm the same way when it comes to certain games or certain modes.
Pull it right out.
But it'll track you around the map, and
I'm still not a big zombie fan like a lot of players are. A lot of people out there are some headstrong, serious, straight up zombie players. They love it. They're damn good at it.
The thermobaric grenade.
Kudos to them. Thumbs up. Go for it. I like playing zombies. To me, it's an escape.
And then also has area
When-
denial as well.
Yeah, it has area denial.
I'm not having a good day, whatever the
so it will not
reason.
detonate on impact,
My
so you can
gameplay
go around
sucks,
corners,
which
go under
usually
cars,
that's the
so-
case.
Frag effect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether it
And,
be internet
you know, it
connection, whether
adds
it
a
be
little bit of
sweaty,
additional
try-hard
damage to
lobbies,
explosives after
at
the
least
fact, so even if you
on
survive
some
initial
games
blasts
you
of
can
that
get
one,
an escape.
it could get taken
Go to
out
a
pretty
different
easily
mode.
afterwards.
Get away from
Lugo
the
just
mode
hit a
that's
clutch
aggravating you the
headshot.
most
He
and
is
play something
now-
different.
He picked up his teammate.
On some of the games that we have, you can't switch modes.
I love this map.
Because that's it. The mode
your
that's
favorite
pissing you
out
off,
of these five
all
we
the rest of
played
the modes
today?
are going to be the same way. They're going to be
I
pissing
just,
you off
you know,
too.
I know there are a
So
bunch of high-rise
I like a
stands.
game that has an escape route.
Yeah.
If I'm not having a good time playing zombies, go play multiplayer. If I'm not having a good time playing multiplayer, go play zombies. You know, there's only so many times you can play campaign.
No favorite children here. We got
Trust me on that
is
one.
quite awesome with all of the movement.
Modern Warfare 2, I played it 3 times through or 4 times through, all the way through.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
You know, at some point,
They're all unique in their own way.
You know what? I'm switching.
You can only play it so many times.
Just to
It's like the co-op.
You're going to be alone.
Don't get me wrong, I like playing the co-op. It's against the bots. I use it a lot for ranking up my weapons, stuff like that. But again, you can only do it so many times until it becomes just.
That's why it's got a special place in my heart.
I like the
It's
little second
repetitive.
floor store that I
So a lot of times I use it for ranking up my weapons.
That wasn't necessarily there before, so you can
Like that new weapon, that TR.
Yeah.
The ISO 9.
Shouldn't be any new windows.
Well, no,
Go to the bot.
I'm sorry, I might have misspoken.
Throw in a couple of double
I thought
XP
it just
tokens
was
and
more open than it was
just
previously.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
possible
go to murdering
we allowed
bots,
you to
rank the weapon up.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
okay.
There's a lot of those things that are in the like metrics wise. Like
Yeah.
the metrics have changed in a lot of sense. Like
One of the
how
things I'm
large
curious, they haven't
large
talked
our
about, they
doors
haven't
are.
touched base
We
on the
actually have
perks and
doors
stuff.
in here. I know
Now,
not
Battle
everybody's
Rage
over
is
that, but
actually
it
a
is fun
tactical.
mechanic. It adds a lot, especially
It's not
with the
a,
cutthroat, because now you're peeking those. you're able to use them for your advantage in there. We feel that they
It's
add
not
a lot
in the
to
perk
gameplay.
system, so
And
to
I bring
speak.
the window up
It's a
only because,
tactical.
to your point earlier,
So
it's those small touches that
I'm
you
I'm
guys
wondering how
have
they're going to
really
do dead
brought
silent,
to these maps
stuff like
and
that.
make
Are
them
they going to
feel
make it
unique
to
and
where
different
it's
in modern
something that you can
type of
actually
gameplay
load
we
up,
see here in Modern Warfare 3.
just like a tactical or a lethal?
Well, while we have a moment, and we're looking at Cutthroat, let's talk about some of the other
A lot of
modes
people like
as
that dead
well.
silent.
Ground
I would
War,
prefer
is one
being
I
able
wanna
to
talk about.
put
We
dead
touched on it a
silent on
little
and
bit
it
earlier on. I
permanently
wanna
stay on.
dive back into it again because
Like we used to could.
It's back in Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
You got large-scale maps that are
What
going
was
to
it
be
called,
coming
Ninja?
at launch, and I guess
I think it was called
give
Ninja
us
in
a
the last
rundown
one.
on Ground War because I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I mean, we're so happy that Ground War is coming back in Modern Warfare 3. Again, this is our big 32v32 mode. It's the biggest battle that we have in the multiplayer experience. And
Ground
we will
War,
be showcasing
32
3
versus 32.
new Ground War maps at launch, with 2 of them being playable in the open beta.
Okay.
I believe that's the Levin resort that we just saw there.
Yeah, right. So in the beta, we have Popov Power and Orlov Military Base.
Orlov Military
yeah,
Base.
but these
okay.
are the 3. Yeah, you got
these
it
are
down.
these
Yeah.
are the 3.
Yeah, we also have a few new vehicles. So during the open beta, you'll be able to play, I believe, 2 new vehicles for Modern Warfare 3, with more to come at launch and during live seasons.
That's right.
Awesome. And we mentioned it a bit earlier, but War Mode is returning. In addition to Ground War, the favorite from Call of Duty World War II will be coming back with Modern Warfare 3.
It is awesome, and it is the attack defend mode. Adam spoke a little bit about it earlier, but you are Task Force 141 trying to take down the Coney group that has taken over a military base. They are launching ICBMs, and you are getting your tank out there, escorting your tank through a downtown area, and just having a blast doing it, and not to have a blast with the ICBMs as well.
Good pun. Good ICBM pun there.
Yeah, there was. It was trying to come out, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I saw what you were doing there. I liked it. Yeah. And also, there was a really cool tank on screen that was just causing utter mayhem.
Right.
So that's what we care about.
It is that attack defense scenario where you are escorting that down the path, and it is a very linear combat. You have very clear lines of sight, clear battle lines. That's the gameplay that we're going for.
Is it 6v6, 5v5? What's the?
It is 6v6.
6v6. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
So it is classic war mode.
Yeah, like I say, I'm more curious about the
linear objectives,
the zombie
there's 3
gameplay
sets
right
of
now
them,
than anything.
and it is a fantastic experience that we're excited for players to get their hands on.
Lots to look forward to.
So the zombies coming to MW3 will definitely be new.
There's just so many options.
I hope.
Which is the thing
not
that really
just something
sticks
they've
to
drug
me.
over
Like,
from
if
another
you
game.
don't want to jump in with your friends and just
MW2
play
didn't have
regular
zombies, so they can't be
matchmaking,
dragging
you
it from
do war mode,
MW2.
you do Ground War. Was that? It feels like that was the mission
Yeah.
of the studio here.
If
to,
they
like,
use
really
the
show
concept
players that
behind
ability to just,
Cold War zombies,
make the decision, go with your friends, play what you want.
And like I mentioned
and use
about
it here,
some of the new maps coming in.
I don't
live
see
season.
where
We have
that would be
bunch of
such
new
a bad
modes,
thing, as long as they
for live season as well
use
that
the
we're
new
looking forward to sharing very soon.
Cool.
platform,
All right,
so
well,
to speak.
I'm all for it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here today to share Modern Warfare 3 with the world. And that is going to wrap it up for the MW3 multiplayer segment of the show. Once again, a big thank you to Adam, Greg, as well as Kim for
Multiplayer
joining us here.
segment.
But now
Moving
we're
on.
going to head over to one of my favorite people. It's Maven, who's got a couple streamers that he's going to be putting in the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. Trust me, it's as hilarious as it sounds. Maven, who you got?
Thank you. You know, when I thought about being hot and ready, the first thing that came to mind was my guy, Legion.
Hey, I'm really proud to be the other bald guy on stage with you today. We're doing it. We're doing it.
It looks beautiful. Listen, the first thing you said to me is how fun this is, and you're like, I'm feeling like I'm 18 again, out frying.
Listen, I'm cranking out energy drink burps right now. I'm 30, I'm feeling 18. I just smoked Biffle. Where's he at? I don't know where he's at. Guy's incredible, but I smoked him with a shotgun. I'm feeling alert right now, Maven.
I can tell the second you sat down, like, my guy is locked. What have you loved the most so far about just getting in, diving in MW3?
Brother, all the fun stuff is really fun. The shotguns, the new tags, the new lethals, where I'm just out here doing anything to just make everybody angry. It's just angry as possible. I'm zooming.
Well, was it a bit of a surprise at first? Like, when you got in, like, how much fun you were having? Like, does it kind of defy expectations?
Listen, I was 16 when Modern Warfare 2 came out. So all these maps that we are playing in Modern Warfare 3 right now, throwing back, bro, it's just like you picked it right back up again. And I'm body. I don't know. It's so fun.
You're a talented and very handsome guy. Now let's talk about the chair. This is the Hot and Ready seat presented by Little Caesars. We were a little bit worried about what this was going to be able to handle, especially if I tried to sit on your lap. But this is the hot seat, dude. You like yourself some pizza.
Listen, I was a little worried that the cardboard capacity, I'd be a little overweight. But I'm feeling really good right now, and I feel like you and I together in this hot seat together, it's just too much hotness. This is too much interaction. If our bald heads connect one more time, the venue lights shut down.
Speaking of that, we got to get out of here. Let's get this over to Shift Legion. Thank you so much, buddy.
Oh, there's just always comedy with two bald guys in the mix. But yeah, I hold Shift here with the one and only Shotzi. I got to start with the fun question first. I mean, just enjoyment level. How are you enjoying the game to this point?
This game's amazing, man. I have nothing but good things to say about this game. I love the movement.
Ask him about that game in a month.
All right, you set me up for like the perfect segue.
I remember what this guy's saying about this game right now.
Because I know going into the beta, that's probably your main goal.
But check his channel out in about a month, 2 months, and see what he's saying about the game then.
About how this game moves.
It moves smoothly than any other COD I've played. I feel like it has a mix of like fast and a little bit of a slower slot cancel, but yeah, I love it. It's very, very fast.
Have you broken anything yet?
I'm not broken anything, but I will say that there's like these sneakers that allow you to like slide any ADS, and I feel like that's meta right now.
All right, so make sure you check out the stream for that, because that's going to be all the hacks and clues for that. Now, getting into the competitiveness, I mean, last year, lots of conversations about skill gap.
The different type of shoes
do you feel like
that you wear is going to make you play the game better.
For those trying to take their game to the more competitive level, or where do you think that
they're getting paid to say that? Exactly, they're getting paid right now.
Definitely movement. I feel like slide canceling obviously is going to be very OP, and then I feel like the aim assist in this game is actually very not as sticky as other games. I feel like mid and far range, it's actually not as sticky. So that's definitely interesting.
Fair enough. Shotzi, thanks so much, my man. Of course, you can check him out on his stream. And, well, with that, we're going to go back up to Miles and Lottie to give us their thoughts on what they just saw with multiplayer before we come back with the team from Treyarch to give us our first look at game footage and details for Modern Warfare Zombies. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by Little Caesars, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 3. NVIDIA GeForce. Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS 3 and latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used.
Good luck, guys.
Check out Herman Miller
Thank you, Sona. We're probably going to need it.
Products at hermanmiller.com/gaming. And Elgato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Call of Duty Next. My name is Miles Ross. I'm joined here in the fireside chat. I've got one Praggy, we got OVP, we got Nameless, and we have Alley Cat in the corner there. We are going to be, I suppose reacting is one way to put it now, but like, this is one of the hardest jobs I've ever had to work in my life. I've never been this excited about a COD. Like, Legion hit the nail on the head. I'm 18 again, 34 in skin, but 18 in gunny. Lottie, first impressions, lay it on, Miguel.
Oh gosh, I mean, how cool is this? I think you get that element of nostalgia, the new kind of newness from the game as well. It's refreshing all in one. I mean, for me, I think it's got to be about the fact that you can kind of almost customize what you want to do, what type of player you want to be in game. I mean, it starts with movement, and then you're looking at the perk system, but there's a balance there as well. And I'm just so excited to see what type of player, first of all, I'll be, but especially our two MP experts over here, Nameless, Ali. I mean, you guys not only talk about multiplayer for a living, but you guys play it day in, day out, so many hours grinding. Nameless, what are you making of it so far?
Yeah, I mean, you
got a ray gun sitting on a desk in front of him.
Back in the day, 06 back to COD 2, and for me, what this feels like is you're getting the classic maps, you're getting the best things that we all fell in love with Call of Duty about, but you're also getting the best of the innovations of recent Call of Duties as well. So it's just been spectacular seeing. We played Hardpoint on Skid Row yesterday. Who could say that in 2023? It's been amazing, Allie.
No, it really has. I think it's interesting that you brought up like the play style, because I feel like in events like this especially, like I was bringing up Warzone players, like their style of play is a little bit different from like what we see on a day-to-day basis, and even just normal content creators, they're going for snipes and stuff, and High Rise obviously a perfect place for that. So I think the fact that the movement feels so smooth, and to see everybody, there's something for everyone, right? So, I mean, it's been a great day so far.
So far, so good. We have a little bit more time than we thought we'd have, guys, so we can delve a little deeper here. I think one of the coolest things, and the desk touched upon it a little bit, we got to experience yesterday when we played. We're making the most meaningful decisions, I think, ever in COD when it comes to our loadouts now and our perks. So what vest I'm wearing, I ran the Demolition vest. It means I think I lose one of my tacticals, but I gain like 2 lethals. which turns me into a killing machine, quite frankly. The Breacher drone,
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
Miles.
Way too much fun, actually.
That thing's insane. The Breacher drone, you just throw it in a hallway, it flies super quick. You can actually shoot out of the air. I didn't know that yesterday. I know you said you tried it, though.
I shot my own drone down accidentally. I was pre-aiming somebody in cover. They were in perfect chest-high cover.
Yeah.
I let the drone fly out, and it follows a direct path. It doesn't have the craziest range. It is fast enough. But I was pre-aiming that spot, and then when the guys, with the red dot appeared, I fired away. I shot down my own Breacher drone. But it's just one of many fun new items that we have to play with here. And again, meaningful choices, like from top to bottom. What shoes am I wearing? What kind of gloves am I wearing in this loadout?
Yeah.
How do I want to play? Am I stationary? I might have the strafe speed shoes on, get my shoulders working. We heard Shotzi talk about the tack stance and how he's sliding around the map. And this is something we cannot stress this enough, friends. You're going to be schmooving in this game like you may have never moved before in COD.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. I want to hear what you think as well as the fact that you can turn a pistol basically into an SMG. You don't need a perk. You don't need to have that on. You can literally do that yourself with guns and get it to the way that you want it. I mean, running basically a secondary SMG with an AR. I mean, that's just stunning.
We heard them talk about it too with like the aftermarket weapon attachments as well with the weekly challenges. So there'll be a bunch of different types of variations that you have with your gun. But we saw the Renetti. It's already insane. I saw a tweet from Scump on the timeline, a 10-piece with the Renetti. So when you turn that into an SMG, I mean, it's going to be crazy. The world's your oyster.
It's going to be absolutely incredible. Ali, I've got to ask you, what are you most excited about? You play so much, but jumping into game, what type of player do you think you see yourself becoming with Modern Warfare 3 now?
I just gotta order some new controllers to get used to breaking my thumbsticks all over again. And honestly, that's that's something that is really close to the CDL heart. The competitive style is getting into the slide canceling and the ADSing, like Shotzi was touching on. But also, I just want to talk about the fact of like, I was 9 years old when a lot of these maps were a thing, and like, my bad. But yeah, like I was watching my dad play, but like I don't like those are core memories for me, but I never really got to load in. And so like now as a 23-year-old getting to load into these maps and kind of like have the nostalgia of, oh, I kind of recognize this, like I kind of know this map, but like not knowing every nook and cranny just yet. And like, so it's still kind of new to me, but it's also nostalgic at the same time.
And to Ali's point, like think about running around favela and being able to mantle as fast as you can in this game. Some of the different boots that you mentioned, we were messing around with that slide yesterday. It goes for a while and you can aim in virtually instantly and cancel it as well. So there's so many different things that people are gonna get into this game and figure out. It's gonna play a bit different than obviously back in the day with MW2, but a lot better. It feels super smooth.
And that's the most important thing we've been touching upon and people have been asking us about. How does it feel? How does it feel?
Oh,
it feels really good. It's very, very smooth. To your point, sliding shoes on, I'm hitting tack stance faster than ever, I'm sliding with full ADS. You can hit snipes, guys. Have you ever imagined hitting a fully zoomed in snipe while sliding? Well, MW3 is the game for you. But yeah, and we've got a lot of cool stuff.
Okay.
Times, all the one-times optics, so anything red dot, a lot of the
there's
hollows,
people going to be doing that too.
Anything to ADS speed anymore. So the game itself in general has sped up tremendously. We were messing around with tack stance yesterday as well. I mean, sort of the canted approach to take to your weapon. I'm running a big ×8 scope, right? And I can't ADS in, but if I want to hit those more CQB situations, I'm keeping maximum spatial awareness. I've got my situational awareness, my screen's up. I'm able to use a weapon with a big scope in close range, whether it's an LMG, whether it's a sniper. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still really nice to have choices as a player. We've got so many options here. So much fun.
Yeah, I think that's the key word, right? The buzzword, I think, coming off the back of what we saw on the desk. It's the choices that you can make. And I think balance is such an important thing. I think in any Call of Duty game, balance is key, especially when you're going up against players who do have a choice of what they want to run, especially with perks. But being able to have that potential to take something away, if you do want to risk and reward, you're coming in with potentially like silent footsteps, you're running ghosts, you're making sure that you're the type of player you want to be, but something also is taken away from you. So that balance is so, so important, I think, in all Call of Duty titles.
100%. I mean, footsteps are silent.
Sitting right on the desk in front of them.
That is a massive W.
Or the table.
I was running around yesterday.
Sitting right on the table in front of them.
My footsteps are silent. I was sneaking up on people. I was just having a blast. I mean, we're talking about 12 years ago when these maps came out. They look even better now. So I can't wait to get my hands on that beta, which is coming out soon.
Very, very soon indeed. Well, it's exciting to be reminiscing for very, very good reasons. As we talked about earlier, we are celebrating Call of Duty's 20th anniversary, which is an amazing milestone. And with a great milestone comes an opportunity for great rewards. To celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty history, players can receive daily login rewards between October 6th to October 16th. For every single daily login per day, up to 7 in total, you'll receive these rewards, which you're seeing on screen, including an old school price operator skin. That takes me back. These rewards all will carry forward in MW3 as well, so grab them now and take them into the next title. For more details, head over to the Call of Duty blog. Nameless, your earliest memory of COD, was it like waiting in line at midnight trying to get something? What was it for you, mate?
I mean, yeah, first off, I will say we didn't have cool swag like this in these digital packs. I mean, this is, that was before that time, but I mean, just playing split screen was the best, like, old memories I have with my friends and screen looking, trying to figure out where they were on Call of Duty 2. And now it's 2023 and we got everything, and you can still screen watch. It's right there, they're right next to each other.
Next level.
We might be some players doing that here.
Incredible memories that have been had on Call of Duty. Ali, what is your earliest memory on COD?
Well, I know I talked about playing with my dad, but I think one of the more core memories, which I can't wait to break down the new and exciting stuff in that game mode coming later, has to be with zombies. When I was in middle school, I'd go over to my friend Anastasia's house, and we'd go in our basement, we'd turn off all of the lights.
Yeah, he was running around pissing people off while ago with that shotgun.
On her big TV on the couch, and just all night on her Xbox, just sitting there playing zombies on town survival, you know, going as far as we could, training them around the lava pit in the center. So that's definitely like a core memory for me.
I love to hear that. We're going to be sharing lots more stories on these couches, I am sure, as we get through the rest of today. But we also wanted to remind everyone again that early access to the multiplayer beta kicks off tomorrow for PlayStation players and next week for Xbox and PC players. You saw a ton of great multiplayer content today. Play that and more over the next week. Check out the Call of Duty blog for more details. I personally can't wait to see everybody get in the mix.
Or don't worry.
Up to the 9, still out here, 12 likes. If you haven't hit that like button, please make sure you do. Appreciate it.
Pre-order on PlayStation Store to get an exclusive look at the Lockpick Operator Pack at MW3's launch.
Big question is, what did you guys think of Lockpick? That's another one that we saw on the desk. And I mean, there's so much to break down here. All of the team were going through every single detail, but Ali, what did you make of it?
She's freaking cool. Like, I know Stephanie talked about how she insta-locks her every single time that she's loading up into a game, and I might have to follow suit. Like, we might have to battle it out for who gets to be the lockpick in game, because she is cool.
Yeah, I'm down with the blue camo as well. Very excited to see all the crazy skins. We've got a tease of some of those skins in the game already. The trailers, you name it, it's all happening. But Lockpick available for you PlayStation players. Hit that pre-order. We've had quite a deep dive on MW3's multiplayer mode so far, and over the past couple of months, I mean, I suppose that was the best way to put it. We've had some teasers, we've had some insights, we've had a few leaks of the return of Makarov and what that means to Modern Warfare 3's campaign. All that in store very, very soon. But now, though, friends, it's time for something
Return of Makarov.
quite different. Straight from our friends at Treyarch, here is a look at Modern Warfare Zombies.
We'll never get free. Lamb to the slaughter.
What we've been waiting for, guys.
Reported hostile contact.
And there's blood in the water.
Then went dark.
There's one! I can see him!
We'll infill into a low-threat zone. Nothing gets in. And nothing, I say again, nothing gets out.
The system is done for. If you listen real closely, does it knock at your front door?
The situation is dynamic and evolving. There are other friendly assets on the ground. Join forces to take out those threats.
Friendly squad in the AO. Moving in to assist.
Strike team, you have execute authority. Proceed to the high threat zone.
That was cool.
Forget what you know. Monsters are real.
Oh, he looks bigger in this game than he does on Cold War. Got the ray gun. Yeah, that abomination looks bigger.
You just got a sneak peek at the end of that trailer of the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. More on that in just a bit. But
Of course,
now,
man,
let's welcome some
definitely.
very special
I mean, you know,
guests
we'll
from
have to
Treyarch,
team up
Kevin
some too, of
Drew,
course.
as well as Miles Leslie. Kevin is the
But
Associate Director of Design, and Miles
Probably,
is the
probably doing a lot of
Associate
loading in
Creative
solo.
Director. Welcome to the both of y'all.
If they, especially if they don't have a solo mode, you know.
zombies.
I'm really hoping they're going to have a round-based
It
solo
was
mode.
awesome in here. We just swapped over to a little undead purple in the back.
When I think of the undead, I think of
the ambiance.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about purple and zombies that just, it really does something for me. But guys, earlier this week, we held an event at Treyarch. We were able to bring a couple of different groups of creators who are here today at Call of Duty Next into Treyarch. First time you guys have had folks in the studio in a long time. It was super exciting. You want to talk a little bit about the event and some of the awesome reactions we got to see in the room from these guys?
Yeah, no, it was a great experience bringing in those people. You know, zombies is traditionally something that is a mode based on exploration, discovery, but we felt like there's so much new here. We really wanted to get a group in there and play it, get hands-on, get impressions, get feedback, and we just had a really great time playing with them.
You're getting to see a couple of the reactions in the room there. They got to see some footage. They got some playtime. You guys answered about some questions.
Yeah, the playtest though was absolutely fantastic. There were so many awesome moments. It just felt right.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I was going to ask, like, as you know, having been in the lab, making this for so long, right, and then getting people to see it. In what you guys said before, I remember you guys mentioned that it's not a thing you do often.
You're right.
To the studio,
You're right.
So that must have been a very almost revealing experience for you guys.
I wouldn't put it past them.
It felt very good getting outside.
Didn't they have that one in Blackout for a while?
This game is good.
Hey, this is super fun. You know? So
it's like we were right. Yeah,
we did it.
Yeah.
Guys, one of the most popular questions I noticed, you know, ripe amongst the crowd of creators that was there.
Oh, they can do a lot more than they do.
We know them, we love them, we want them in zombies.
In some cases, they can do a lot less than they do too.
Give us a little taste.
I mean,
a little morsel.
A little something.
We can't give them all.
Well, then what should we expect?
So if you were
what's
paying
there?
attention to that trailer you just saw for the first time, maybe at the end, if you go back and scrub it, you might see something that you'll see that's kind of big. Now, I don't want to give it all away. There's a lot to discover in this open world zombies.
Oh yeah, and I think that is going to lead perfectly to my question, which is, with so much that needs to be unpacked here, I guess, you know, what I'm curious about is, like, what are the key things that you want the community to know about this iteration of zombies? The differences potentially from, you know, the previous game till this one, because you guys are having some fun with it out there.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a mode based on experimentation, and we're really doing that here. This is taking our gameplay, our classic zombies gameplay and mechanics, and putting them on the big map and all of the experiences that offers with vehicles and the vast space and the higher player count. And then on top of that, putting it in the modern warfare era where you have their equipment, the operators, and it just feels so badass, you know?
And it's in this massive open world co-op experience. So that's something that feels exciting. It feels different. Kind of what led you guys to design, you know, Modern Warfare Zombies the way that you did in this big way.
So we just saw an opportunity with the big map to have the biggest PvE experience we've ever had in the franchise. So
Which
in
is
the
saying
past,
something.
we had pure PvE.
Yes, pure PvE, no PvP.
You're safe here, and there's you know, we usually have 4 players.
Kind of.
You know,
Safe
it
is relative.
is zombies at the end of the day. Yeah. But then you mentioned like the way that the game is played, the open world. But how do the players like interact with one another in that world? Because and also, like, you know, I like running solo from time to time. Is that also something that's possible as well?
Absolutely. So it's 24 players total. You can go in solo. You can go in with your squad. But what's awesome is that you're all on the same team trying to do the same thing. So when you're out in the world, you'll run into other squads or other players. You can make a decision in that moment to like combine and form a super squad.
Oh, so you can form a super team.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Like
Oh, yeah.
in-game form a super
Yes.
team.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And that's 8
Wow.
squads of 3.
Do have
You can group
solos.
up together. You can go lone wolf.
Do
it.
have
I don't know
solos.
if I'd recommend that, guys. From what
And
I
you
mean,
can actually
If you want a challenge,
load into the
go
game
solo,
without having to
but
worry
it is
about
a lot of fun
some
to
enemy
grab
sitting over here
friends,
sniping zombies,
super
seeing you and
squads.
killing you.
And again, the
You're
map
not
is
going to have to worry about
massive.
that.
There's zombies
I
everywhere.
like that.
There's other
It's strictly
surprises
We're gonna get to
everywhere.
that. We're gonna get to that.
I'm getting excited.
Player versus enemy.
So a couple weeks ago, we saw the very first look at Modern Warfare Zombies in the cinematic that we released, which really sets the stage for the narrative of Modern Warfare Zombies in that we see Soap, we see Laswell, and more importantly, we saw someone who I didn't think we were going to see again.
That's right.
Miles, can you take us through what's going on?
What's going on here?
What's going on?
100%. Yeah, 100%. So, you know, that opportunity that Kevin talked about is there's a few questions when people saw that cinematic. And if you hadn't, go and watch it. It's awesome. Hold on a second. Where are we in time and place? We are between Modern Warfare 19 and MW22, the year 2021. And that's really important to the story because in true Treyarch Zombies fashion, we are always jumping eras, jumping moments, and really touching different timelines in interesting ways. I can't go into all of it, but there's a reason for that. Now, the next question which you're hinting to is, why is Zakayev alive? I saw him die, but did you? Did you really?
I saw him get shot. I saw him fall down a missile silo.
You saw him fall. There was blood. But in true sort of story fashion, if there's no body, he's not dead. Now, Task Force 141 went back to that silo. There was water at the bottom. It had been drained. Lots of blood. And Zakayev was gone. Now, officially declared deceased. But then whispers emerge that he's still alive. And now, of course, in true sort of villain fashion, he starts to hear whispers himself as he's
You worry about the kill
recovering
stealing.
from falling down.
Yeah,
the silo, which
I mean,
he
even
did.
if you go into solos, you're going to have that to worry
It's
about.
about this new thing called Ethereum. And
I'm hoping
he
it still
wants to
gives
get
you
it,
the
and that
points.
really
There-
sets the
like
stage.
it is
All
now,
of that, by the way,
if we're
is
shooting at
day
the same
one getting in
zombie
the door like you saw in the
and
cinematic,
I
which
get
is-
hits on
that's
him
the
and you
start of
kill
the
him, I
story,
still get
and
credit
players are going to experience this
for it as
story
well.
just in really interesting
It
ways.
won't be still killing, so to speak. So both of us would still receive
with Cold War, with
the
Modern
point.
Warfare. We'll talk a little bit more about that later.
If they do it
But
that way,
the
it won't be
story
kill
really
stealing.
progresses in a new and interesting way.
It will, but it
Let's
won't
take
be
a
reflected in
look
your
at how
points,
these
if you know what I'm
come to
saying.
life
Your score will
in
still
true mission.
count up.
Yes.
Your objective is a roof-mounted comms tower. Mark your location on TAC map. Once tower is active, use decryption key from Jansen's tablet to establish comms.
Yeah, I seen that. Looked like the big dive machine, D machine.
Strike team, enemy birds closing on your position. Clear the deck and push up top. Objective is on the roof.
Well, you got here quicker than expected. I still need a minute or two. I'm in the middle of erasing my research from the Terminus database.
Protect Dr. Jansen. We need her alive.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't play Warzone, so I don't know. I can't tell you that one. I can't answer that one.
Clear and hold that LZ strike team. Multiple enemies on approach. Weapons free on all fronts.
So what you just saw there was just a little snippet of that story mission intro. And what's really exciting again about this opportunity across the open world is, like Kevin was saying, is we want to bring that story to the forefront. These story missions have handlers from the Modern Warfare world, from the Black Ops world, Cold War world that you might see. Some new friends along the way as well. And they're going to help you on this story and these missions that take you across the big map. Lots of different activities and cool things to do. Awesome cinematics and well. And again, the whole point of this is that if you're new to being a Zombies player, we want you to experience that story. We want you to get into it. But if you're seasoned and you just want to jump in and kill some zombies.
Yeah.
You can free roam and do that and then jump to the story later. We really have embraced that open world sort of feeling.
I like to hear that.
And that's really the exciting thing is it kind of pick your poison, that player.
It was what it was what they're
Warfare 3 is about options.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more prevalent to me as I'm hearing you guys talk about this like throughout the day. Super awesome and great to see that like the player choice is very prevalent, right? But Zombies has been a mode that's been in the game for such a long time. It's really. It runs side by side, parallel to Call of Duty and its incredible legacy. But there are still players that are going to be new.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
are coming into this with a fresh set of eyes for the first time ever. What's in store for them? Yeah. Because, this could be a little jarring, right? There's a lot of stuff going on over here.
Absolutely. So Zombies can be pretty intimidating. And we know that there might be a lot of players who might only play Modern Warfare, or DMZ, or Warzone. So we've built this mode to make sure that they can have success and have fun and also support our veteran audience. So,
and on a brand new
map. And we'll talk about that more later.
Not later.
But here, for this mode, we've broken it down into 3 tiers of difficulty. So you're going to infill on the outer edges, and this is kind of like lower level difficulty. And new players can really hang out here for the duration of a match and have a great time. But our advanced players are going to want to try to get into the center of that map as soon as possible. That's where Zakeo threw that vibe
exactly.
and started this entire
and when they nerf
I gotta say
on multiplayer, don't nerf the guns on zombies.
Yep. And now we have to pay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't nerf the guns on zombies. Leave them the way they are. When you put them guns in the game and they work, don't nerf them. Leave them alone. A lot of times when they nerf a gun in multiplayer, it also gets nerfed in zombies. I don't know if that's intentional or what it is, but I have noticed a lot of times
absolutely. When you talk about
that the guns are
fusion,
worse
like Kevin said, the experimentation
than zombies after
how do you
update.
bring all those core zombie Treyarch features into this new world? And we've done just that. You can see we've got the mystery box. We've got wall buys. We've got the Pack-a-Punch, the Pat Machine. All of these things are spread out across this ginormous map. And as you go in, it's up to you. Where do you want to buy them? How do you want to accumulate your arsenal and your loadout? How do you want to tackle this world? But those zombies features are super key to making this feel fresh and really an evolution of that sort of open world feel as you get more powerful. And again, it's fused with the Modern Warfare DMZ feeling as well as buy stations as well. Using the score streaks.
Features that you recognize if from experiences in other modes.
100%, which you may not have had in other zombies. So that's where we've married them together in interesting ways. But
it's awesome.
The most important core feature, of course.
It's a sweet new feature, folks.
Yeah, we know what that red zone's about, don't we?
Cereal. You can't find this in the map. I wish you could. Yeah. It's actually delicious, though.
Yeah, it's here at Call of Duty Next. It has some awesome features. It's got a UV light.
It's outrageous.
I may or may not have taken a box of those already.
I've stolen this.
I mean,
this
a crate. I'm not talking about a single box. I'm talking about a single crate. What came off the truck? You know?
Wow.
And shout out to Off Limits Cereal for making this with the box bespoke for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and it's a woman-owned business, which is dope.
Awesome.
And it goes in the dark.
Bang.
Yeah. So I would be remiss to not hit on one of the really core features for our Zombies players. And that's the Wonder Weapon, guys.
Yes.
The Wonder Weapon.
Yeah, so of course we have a Wonder Weapon, and it has been custom made again for this open world experience. It is the Scorcher.
Oh my word.
I'm going to let you just look at it for a second.
Look at that first raise.
Yes.
That thing is huge.
It's absolutely amazing. So the Scorcher, again, is built for demolishing the highest density of zombies you've ever seen.
The hordes.
Oh, yes,
We're
the
gonna melt hordes.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, it's got an alt fire that launches you into the air so that you can use it to engage. If you want to jump into a horde, if you want to get away from the horde of zombies, if you want to jump on a building or over a building, like, it's really...
Wait, so you can like, jump on it,
yeah, absolutely. It's once you get into, like, basically the flow state of using it and it's in your arsenal...
There's no limit.
Chef's kiss.
Okay,
Chef's kiss.
Chef's
Wonder
kiss,
Weapon.
you're like, I'm the
Scorcher. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
And part of what makes Zombies so special, especially with this new open world field, is the replayability. It's not a one and done game mode. So how is Modern Warfare 3 Zombies gonna push that forward and take the next step in terms of what keeps players coming back for more every time?
Yeah, so this is a really kind of replayable mode. It's an extraction, exfil mode, right? So you're trying to get deeper and deeper into the map, and at first, you're not going to be that successful. You're going to have to play a lot, over and over, gain mastery, try to take things out, make sure you successfully exfil so you can come back in the next time hit the ground running with the right stuff.
Yeah. And when you talked to me, we mentioned it before, we saw Zakayev yeet the vial in the cinematic. That has created the incursion zone, that super hot area we saw a little bit of on the TAC map. Can you talk to me about how the storm will play into the map, what that vial did, and what the gameplay repercussions are going to be for the player there?
Yeah, so this thing is in the map, and it's the source. It's spreading.
Oh shit! The storm's steadily moving in.
It will always be there in the map. It's going to dictate this time limit. At 45 minutes, it's going to start growing and completely consuming the map, and that's where you need to get out.
Yeah.
A lot of zombies.
And it gets really, intense.
So it's a total 1 hour
session
limit. Yeah, 1 hour session. Again, those 24 players.
It goes back to getting in, again, player pacing. You want to stay on the outer edges. Awesome. You want to challenge yourself, go into medium and high threat. But the Ether Storm waits for no one. And it will come, and it will make the zombies harder.
Yeah.
And that's part of the challenge and fun is, are we going into the storm to cleanse it?
Yeah.
Are we avoiding it?
What are we going to find in there?
Are we getting the hell out of Dodge?
What's the exfil plan?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
Is really where you get into a lot of fun.
And really, too, when you think about that heat map for zombies, part of that is going to be gearing up. You said you spend it,
but if you die, you probably lose it like DMZ. You lose it for a little while, maybe.
Up, getting that loot.
I feel a DMZ vibe here.
We need to have a successful infill. But one of the most exciting things about that is how.
But you would only lose it for a little while. You could always pick up another weapon or something,
if you're
just like
familiar
DMZ.
with DMZ. We have contraband weapons, so everything you're finding in the match you can take out and bring it with you.
Item persistence.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have insurance slots, but we've really taken that to the next level with all the zombies upgrades. So, in the past, you've had to do all that just in-game and you lose it. Now, all of those things have been formed into a consumable version called acquisitions. So things like Pack-a-Punch, weapon rarity, ammo mods, wonder weapons.
Yeah.
All of those things you can find in the match, and you can decide to use them then, or you can take them out and just start the next match, load up, Pack-a-Punch, drink 4 perks immediately, and now you're good to go. Like, you're going all the way into the high threat.
Straight into the red zone, juiced up on perks, right?
Quite a difference, right? But what was the, I guess, like inspiration? Was it just, hey, let's just try something creative, different, fun?
Oh yeah,
With zombies has
I'm
always
sure.
been push the bar.
Yeah,
I mean, like say with all the gas closing in and all the zombies getting harder and harder, by whatever this gas is doing to them.
Yeah, it's part
I
of
mean,
that.
you heard the guy once say,
New players and seasons players.
very
right?
possible you
Kinda
wouldn't make
relates
it
to rounds. If you're familiar from that, is like when you get into the higher
first
zones
time
and
around,
you have more of that arsenal. That's for those seasons players. They're gonna feel it, and they're gonna want that challenge. Well, you know what? There's a big challenge there, so you better be loaded up on a bunch of stuff coming in to really succeed.
All right, we're getting into the lightning round here. Finally, Miles, I asked you before. You said that zombies is all about discovery, and it is. We know those secrets, those Easter eggs are out there lurking in the world. But of all the secrets, again, I'm going to pressure you.
Keep going back to the well here, Steph.
What can you tell us? What should we be looking out for?
I can't get into all of the secrets. I want to, but the team would kill me. There's a lot in there. But
we want people to find them.
We do want them to find them, but we have, again, taken advantage of this map. There's a lot there on day one for Discover. We love watching the community find these things. That is part of the fun. So we don't want to spoil any of it, but there's a lot in there, and we're already planning some fun stuff to come later as well.
Well, look,
more coming.
You're not getting it out of us.
Well, you know what? Steph might be trying to dig deep. I will never do that, ever in a million years. But what can you guys tell me about the monsters? What do you tell us about all the monsters that we have coming up here? Because there seems like there's some wild ones that are going to be available for players to fight against.
We have a full gambit. It starts with just our zombies. We have more zombies than we've ever seen before in one space. They completely fill up this map. Anywhere you go, there's going to be danger. But then we have all of our other awesome enemies. So Hellhound, our Mimic, who can disguise himself as a cache in the map, so you have to be careful. The Disciple, he buffs.
That was me this morning.
Just waking up.
Free coffee.
Buffing zombies and life draining the Mangler with his cannon and ranged attacks. So just all sorts of threats. But the Mega Abomination, he's about 3 times bigger than we last saw him.
Yeah, because he needed to be bigger.
Yeah, he's now grown some crawlers under his stomach.
Oh, fun.
The dingle dangles.
He can't fit in buildings anymore. He's so big. So he needs those guys to
But he'll
go
still
inside.
get you in the
buildings. But this is when you talk about like that opportunity of open world is, okay, you think you're going to be safe. I'm going to run inside. No, absolutely not. The Abomination will send in these little creatures and they will try to explode and flush you out. So really, it's, do you want to die by the lasers outside or do you want to die by these zombie explosions? Again, it's up to you.
Your choice.
It's your choice.
Choose your own adventure.
That's right.
But perhaps more terrifying than monsters even for the first time. There are humans in zombies as well.
The real enemies all along.
So this enemy PMC group
absolutely.
Is in the world.
That's another, you know, again, important to the story when you go back to Sakayev and this Terminus Outcomes PMC group. They're his muscle that he's hired. They found that Ethereum. They want more in true sort of bad guy fashion, and they are across the map. So for the first time, you're going to be able to, if you want, fight these AI. There's a gameplay loop tied to them where there's a progression on that side, and you can run into them. You can avoid them if you want. If you just want to chill out and shoot zombies all day, that's great. You want to mix it, that's cool. Or the coolest thing is to take a horde of zombies, and Kevin loves to say it's like a hornet's nest, which it is you shoot a few, you get a big horde of them.
They're upset.
And you basically train them right into the human
Oh, that's
AI.
cool.
And,
Okay.
And it's basically, the zombies are third-partying.
Yes.
Right? Which is awesome. So
Oh, no, that's
15
cool.
Zombies, and you just kind of sneak by as they're causing all the carnage so you can loot, get what you need, and get out. But it's really just, I can't express the moment when you unleash your own zombie horde on the human AI. It's really satisfying.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, you guys saw it after the Zombies trailer earlier, but in a couple of minutes, Lottie's going to give you all the details on the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. Stay tuned. That thing is
Soul
absolutely
Harvester?
absurd. It's 100% something that you're going to want to see in Zombies Day 1. But I have some other news. We got a little taste of that big map that you guys keep talking about. I am excited to announce that the big map you saw here teased in Modern Warfare Zombies was actually your very first look at the brand new map coming to Warzone. We're deep diving into Battle Royale coming next.
Oh boy, it's going to be
tuned.
Awesome stuff. Firstly,
Restroom
Kevin
break,
Miles,
be
I wanna
right
thank you
back.
guys so much for your time. Your passion is infectious. Your love for this is truly
Excited to be
inspirational,
here.
and I'm excited to try it out.
I wish we could stay and talk about it.
Yes. I think we
You
could.
didn't draw your self-portrait.
Well,
Kevin drew some lovely Zombies artwork
I
today
think we
that
could talk about this all
will be
day.
debuting later.
It's going to be awesome. I'm sure everyone's so
Thanks for
excited to
having us.
jump into Zombies. Yeah, and thank you guys so much for sharing that love for this. And that, of course, wraps up our Modern Warfare Zombies portion of this show here. But next up, it's Warzone with live Warzone gameplay and new map details are going to be coming your way. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX, the official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers. TCL, play like a pro on the big screen with TCL Q-Class QLED TVs, up to 98 inches. Movement, the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3. Go to mvmt.com/COD to see the limited edition watch collab. Backbone, level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack. Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames, messieurs, welcome back to Call of Duty Next. Zombies! Where do we even start? Oh my god! I mean, it's what? We've got the spiritual successor to Outbreak from Cold War. We've got everything we know and love about zombies, and a big old look at what they called the big map. Did you notice at home when you saw that screen grab? Oh, that's a big map. That's the sort of map I could see 100-something players jumping into and fighting into the very last man or woman.
Can't wait to kill that abomination.
Zombies, let's get into it.
I can't wait to go against them anyway. I don't know about.
Appropriate.
I don't know how easy it's going to be to kill, but yeah, definitely can't wait to get into it, man.
I think the big thing is that it's almost like a gateway for others who have never played Zombies before. It's Warzone type of style. You have also Ether, waves of Ether coming in that make your life a lot harder, as if Zombies wasn't hard enough. But just, there is something for everybody in this Zombies game. It's so fun. I actually, could see a couple of the pro players in the CDL reacting to zombies and being like, hold on a second, are we gonna play?
Our good buddy Simp is already tweeting about it, saying zombies look sick. It does look sick, Simp. You're absolutely right. But Ali, I mean, this is like, we're going to pull up as a squad. We're going to have our own whip. All of our skins are involved. We can enjoy the cinematic story moments, and then we can get absolutely into the action and play.
You're definitely getting it now.
Absolutely, Miles. I know that you're going to be on the outskirts for a hot minute. Don't worry.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Slow.
Yeah, don't worry. Me and Ant will take all of the really difficult hordes as we head towards the center. It kind of gives me, because I played a lot of Outbreak, so I am kind of curious as to, like, they talk about the 3 different levels. Like, how serious are we talking about the jump between those levels? You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to jump in.
Well, what I found like really interesting was the way that you can exfil with weapons and bring them back later on, right? Because like we can have strategies like you can get all the perks, I'll get a crazy weapon, Ali gets another crazy weapon, and then we come back in and instantly go to the hot zone. So Zombies looks amazing.
Yeah, that sounds
monsters
cool
were
as shit, don't it?
We heard the devs so passionate talking about how insane the zombies are going to be in this game, and that's what I get most excited about. I just want to see that whole horde come towards me. I want to have that crazy scorcher, light them all up, and get to the action right away. But they have those layers for everybody. If you're new to Zombies, you can just stay on the outside, loot up, and take your time. So a bunch of different elements to this year's Zombies, and I'm super excited to get in there.
Certainly are tons of elements to be excited for, and we're also so excited to announce the Soul Harvester Tracer Weapon Blueprint for the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. This gun is stunning. It will be available starting October 17th in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone to anyone who pre-orders the Vault Edition.
I already own it.
It comes to Modern Warfare 3 on launch day, November 10th.
EV already owns
Make
it.
sure that's in your calendars. You're going to want to run this blueprint, I promise you, when the Haunting launches, because in addition to the tracers and custom death effects, it will help you collect souls faster in a special upcoming event. Stay tuned. And you can turn those souls in for rewards as well. So when Modern Warfare launches, the blueprint is going to come with the dead wire ammo mod that lets you electrify undead hordes.
You mean to tell me there is an actual weapon that can fetch me their souls? I just wanted to get it out on broadcast. Sorry,
He had to get
guys.
it in, didn't he?
Plenty though. Still coming up later today. COD Next
Pay to
doesn't finish
win.
just yet. We've got a day of Call of Duty action.
Pay to win.
Ladies and gentlemen, immediately following Next, we will be Code Bowl 4, presented by USAA. Join the top Call of Duty streamers and military esports teams as they compete for the coveted Code Bowl trophy, which has actually been in space, funny enough. 100% of the net proceeds from today's tournament will go toward placing more veterans into high-quality jobs. Now, we have a lot of Call of Duty fans. We've actually got a short message from someone who wants to say a very, very quick hello to all of you.
¿Qué rollo, plebada? Puro Modern Warfare 3 y pura WP. Se viene algo chingón.
Peso Pluma, thank you very much.
Thank you ever so much. I mean, pretty cool actually, isn't it? I love how many people are so interested, obviously, in Modern Warfare 3. I mean, who wouldn't be?
And with a tease of something to come. Lloyd, what's that all about, mate?
Well, I'll tell you what, right now, welcome to the TCL Power Hour. During this next hour, we will have our streamers try to complete a series of challenges while in the middle of Battle Royale. Now, there are 9 challenges, and with them come 9 opportunities for you, the viewer, to have a chance to win a 65-inch TCL TV. Now, look at these, okay? We need to talk quickly about how these potentially might go down. Did you catch a glimpse of any of those challenges? What are we thinking?
Yeah. I instantly saw the one where you have to get, I think, like a double elimination with a drivable train.
Oh, what? Yeah, wait.
A drivable train?
One more time so the people out there.
You have to get a double elimination with a drivable
What is that?
Hold on.
It's a train you could drive, guys. More on that later. But we did this last year. It's a lot of fun. So when our streamers are involved in that big old game of Warzone, we're going to be keeping an eye on these challenges. And if we do manage to complete that bingo card of Mania, you might have a chance to win television. Very exciting stuff.
Yes, and during this next hour, to enter for a chance to win, you need to submit a tweet using the hashtags #CodNext and #TCLXCOD sweepstakes. For each challenge completed by our streamers during the TCL Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected from all eligible entries received for a total of up to 9 winners, folks. We'll be keeping you guys updated on completed challenges as we see them come in, but we also do ask that you help us out as well. So take a screenshot of a challenge being completed and tweet them to #CodNext and #TCLXCOD sweepstakes.
Well, with that, very, very excited. But with that, our time has come. We're now going to hear a quick word from our sponsors, and then it's back over to Golden Boy and Stephanie at the desk with a very, very special guest, Raven. And then it's time for Warzone. Don't go too far.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by Little Caesars, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 3. NVIDIA GeForce. Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS 3 and latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com/gaming. And Elgato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
Welcome back, everyone, to Call of Duty Next, and it's now time to talk about something I know all of you people at home are excited to talk about. It's Warzone and what we should all expect in the next chapter as we go into Modern Warfare 3. At the desk, we're now joined by Ted Timmons. He's the Senior Creative Director at Raven Software. Ted, it is a pleasure to have you here, my friend. How you feeling, man?
This is something else. I can't wait to show you what Ravens.
250 players, you know, it's kind of big.
It's something, yeah.
just a couple close friends.
Yeah, I mean, we
dropping by.
A couple homies.
Playing some games.
Have a cup of tea.
Yeah, a cup of tea.
You know, do our thing.
I could actually go for a good cuppa now that I actually think about it.
We're in the right place. We'll offline.
We definitely are. But yeah, we're really excited to have you and talk all things Warzone because I know everyone's chomping at the bit to get this information.
They are, and we teased it a bit earlier. There's a new map coming to Warzone later this year, I'm happy to say. But Ted, tell us where we're headed.
Ready? Welcome to Urzikstan.
Ooh, okay.
Where the Middle East.
Take a look. Here's Urzikstan.
This is it. We've been waiting. We've been sort of hinting all day long, right?
Hinting all day long, a little bit for the last week. It's, of course, got 11 unique POIs here.
POIs, all seamlessly integrated. Brand new map, full of wonderful nostalgia that we'll dive into as well when we play.
And you mentioned this is where the Middle East meets Europe Eastern Europe, a little bit.
Yes.
And Urzikstan will, of course, be familiar to many Modern Warfare players as a central location from the campaign, of course, where Farah is from.
Yes. This is my personal favorite point of interest, Zaravan City.
Okay.
You've got the huge construction site with the crane that's got an ascender. If you look carefully, you might see a zip line or two, which we'll talk about.
Oh, zip line, you say.
I saw that, and that definitely caught my eye. But any opportunity to also be in more lush environments with that industrial spin, I kind of like the Sorokin Industrial as well.
This is on the northern side of the map. Again, when we think about something like Warzone, you need those industrial districts. We got pop-off power. I made a joke yesterday with our creators that they'll be popping off here, I'm sure, later today. Yeah,
that's going to be a thing.
That's
wonderful
how it works.
point of interest. This is Shahin Manor. Again, like really built around that kind of close quarters combat that we want our players to experience.
Awesome interiors here. I've had some really fun close quarter engagements here.
Lowtown.
Lowtown.
It's where the rats are going to be hanging out. Here in Old Town, these are next to each other. There's a train line running through.
Where the rats are going to be hanging out?
Centralized area of the map, so we expect this to be a hot.
Wonder which rats he's talking about.
Yes. Nearby.
Not the four-legged rats, I'm sure.
We've got this beautiful ruined architecture, sort of a bit of those touches across the map here. And
those military base. I'm hearing this is your favorite POI, huh?
My personal favorite. I love a military base. Way back in Verdansk, you can find me at the military base, and so these bunkers speak to me.
What's sticking out to me, looking at all of these different locations, is density. There's a lot in between different buildings, different locations. It really feels like there's going to be some fun opportunities to get some good fights in.
Yeah, it was one of our focus points, and I love this vista shot of the map, but it was genuinely one of our focus points was to say, how can we make a more dense map where it feels like, in terms of like rotation opportunities, the regain, that there's always some way like you can go and kind of call home. So glad that's coming across.
And we touch on, I think what's really interesting is you and I have talked, Warzone has been here for a number of years now. We've had a lot of opportunities to take those experiences, and it feels like you guys have really worked to apply those experiences to this map.
Yes. It's one of those things where when we start to talk about the game, we always reflect on, the many, many years of Warzone now and what our players have loved. So I think when players play, and you'll see this very shortly, there's little bits of every map that we've had to date. But at the same time, it has like a fresh...
All right, DV, have a good one, man. Appreciate you coming by. Thank you for the like, dude.
Maps, it has to have a newness at the very same time. So they're dropping in.
Get you on some Modern Warfare 3 beta, hopefully, this weekend.
You are seeing live gameplay from Urzikstan.
And who better than Dr. Lupo to take a look at? Because he's going to pop a few heads from across the map, too. So, I mean, he's even trying to do it a shot.
I mean, they're warming up, but I've seen him crush with shotties today in MP, so I have faith.
Always does. This is actually quite exciting to check out here, especially that, you know, we got ourselves a little bit of a fight happening here. So I think Lupo does manage to get the better. And just again, it feels so fluid. And I think one of the points that is really sticking to me here is also just on that movement front as well, right?
Yeah, it was very important to us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and so tell us, Ted, Warzone shares the same foundations of Modern Warfare 3. Raven worked really closely with Sledgehammer to make sure all of those gameplay features that we covered in multiplayer earlier today are aligned with Battle Royale. Can you take us through that a little bit?
Yeah, as you mentioned, we've been working with Sledgehammer all year. They've been a great partner because we know when we make something like a big Battle Royale map, we need that movement to feel fluid. We need the traversal mechanics, the mantling. Everything needs to work well and seamlessly.
Yeah, and again, it's the classic Call of Duty feel, right? You're obviously going to be getting that here, but to see that, I guess would the word be parody? I guess I'm thinking of just basically seeing how
continuity.
Continuity is a way better word.
It's an experience with synergy across all the modes.
Yeah, synergy. I love it.
I love that.
I love that we managed to fit synergy.
And at the same time, you know, we saw earlier on from Greg and the team that they increased their health to 150 to actually match Warzone. So not only is there a synergy with movement, there's also a synergy with the gameplay itself.
But that has to be pretty awesome for you as well, having been involved in Warzone for so long and the amount of love and passion you have for it. To see like, hey, when players load into the game, like the experience is going to be the same. So try it out, right? The water's warm.
Yeah, move around. You know, we saw zombies. We saw, you know, now with Warzone, we really want our players to move between all these different experiences.
This is one of my favorite weapons that I can pick up in the map right now. I love the scope on it.
Yeah.
I hope Dr. Lupo likes it as
yeah,
much as I
let's
do.
see. I mean, I expect a lot of people to use this today. Oh, they're up in the crane.
Oh, they're in the crane.
Let's go.
Okay, so Ted, the crane has a vertical ascender for you to get all the way up there.
Oh, because it's such a good redeploy mechanic. You can literally use the map to redeploy. You know, you can go up to the crane and jump off and go to wherever you need to go.
I'm not even sure
So he's just equipped.
Once the game comes out, I'm not even sure PS4 players are going to be able to get into Warzone. I know I can't get in it on Modern Warfare 2,
This
so
is something we're going to see a lot of
I'm
today.
not sure how that's going to work.
This is a new kill streak. Can you tell us a little bit more about how it's going to play out in VR?
It's
he's in the gulag now.
I don't want to critique that gameplay there, but maybe, just maybe if he put it down, that could have been the area of denial that he actually needed to win that encounter. So it's very much about if you're being pushed or if you want to defend an area, get that Guardian down. To keep you safe effectively.
Yeah, so again, it's not eliminating any players, but it's that stun effect that it's having on players.
Look at where he is now.
Uh-oh, the gulag. and is that a fully kitted out gun as well?
So this one's not. This is actually just I think it's normal AR.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
But what's interesting about the gulag is we've gone back to this 3-lane experience that we've had.
So this is the brand new gulag, simplified. It's 3 lanes.
Close. He'll be kicking himself out.
But it's got a little treat in the middle there that we didn't see. We might see it later.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what we can expect?
So with this group of players, they are so good at this game. So we'll have to see if the gulag lasts that length of time. But for anyone at home, in previous Warzones, we've had a capture point, which was the overtime mechanic. But this time around, it's an ascender, and a rope drops down from above, and you can ascend and get out.
So it's kind of like, you know, I'm a big pro wrestling guy, so it's kind of like escaping Hell in a Cell or something like that, right?
That may have been some of the inspiration.
Okay, I'm all about that, baby. That makes me very, very, very happy. But as we continue to see these players just like run around, they're being hunted currently, so we got a bounty up right now.
Yeah, so what I love about the bounty that we've updated is when they complete the bounty, or should I say if they complete the bounty, they'll actually get 1 UAV ping, which is a new mechanic that we've added for the bounty this time around.
Okay.
And so this was a bounty that you brought back from Warzone originally.
I didn't see if it was the big game bounty or the normal bounty.
I was talking about big game bounty. I
that's
assumed
a good
this
segue.
was big game bounty. Can you talk to us a little bit about that contract, which is new?
Yeah, the big game bounty was a fan favorite going back to the 3rd year of Warzone. And it's something that this group in particular, like the really high skilled player, I don't know why they love it because it effectively marks the highest killed player in the game. But it's great for content. It's got a great reward with the advanced UAV. So yeah, really happy.
We want to be recognized for our hard work. In
oh, 100%. You know? I mean, I'm never going to get marked, so I'm cool. Like, I love the contract. I'm
Same
safe.
here. I'm good.
safe. Yeah.
I'm vibing, baby.
It marks the player with the most kills.
Most kills in the match, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And if you complete it, you get that advanced
The
UAV.
advanced UAV,
Yeah,
which is super powerful,
which is
great
awesome.
for the end game. Yeah.
Actually, now, as the game continues to play out here, and our competitors kind of get the lay of the land, I find it to be really refreshing for these players that, they were just toiling around in Modern Warfare 2 maps, old Modern Warfare 2 maps, but now they're going into something fresh and new. Was that like an objective for you guys with this map, to make it feel just fresh, to make it feel like you're jumping into this with a new pair of eyes?
So whenever we think about a map, you have to think about both the map and the gameplay. Like they're so intrinsically linked. So hopefully a little bit later on, we'll see some of the gameplay that we kind of hinted at. I saw the team beforehand hinted at the drivable train. Haven't yet seen if a team landed on that. But that's the newness, It's the new map plus the new gameplay, and those things combined will yield today's experience that everyone's playing.
Yeah, and also feels like a lot of quality of life features, right? And also some great gameplay features that have been introduced into this that I'm also looking forward to, because traversal, big thing in BRs, you got to be able to rotate effectively. If not, you're going to get wiped out to the circle.
Seeing one right here,
And
actually. I see a zip line off in the distance. We're going to get a better look at them here.
Better.
This is the crane we were talking about earlier, so that's the vertical.
So you can
ascender.
go up.
Yep.
Okay.
But for the first time, in
You can
addition to going up.
Redeploy drones. As soon as the map launches. We're bringing those across from Al Mazrah. But then, here's the new news.
The new.
I was going to ask when we were going to get horizontal zip lines.
Yeah, so I mean, we were so happy to bring these into the map. It really fits the POIs and the layout of the land.
Yeah.
But also, this group here, they're going to use them to push another team.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas for a lot of our players, they might use it to move away or evade a team. So it's got dual purpose. I'm sure we'll have encounters where they meet each other.
On the zip
What happens when two players on a zip line?
They go past.
They go past each other? Okay.
But you can use your AR, so...
But I mean, like, you should shoot.
Yeah. You could duel like an old British horse.
You can do like 10 paces, turn around, zip, and then just go and try and see if you can take each other out.
It's content.
No, that is
Also,
really cool.
especially over water, we saw them sort of between the higher buildings. We're going to have them across the water. I think in terms of getting across this map, can you tell us anything about this map in terms of size, sort of what to expect for folks at home who aren't going to maybe get a sense of it from everybody today?
What we did was, obviously, we always look at like the latest maps. So we look at Caldera and Al Mazrah. So it's closer in size to Caldera, a little bit smaller than
Slightly
Al Mazrah,
smaller than Al Mazrah.
but it's more dense. So it should feel like, in terms of land space and mass, it should still feel very familiar.
And so when you say dense, we mean to less open spaces
more
between
packed. Yeah.
Points of interest, of course.
And I'm even seeing it here. Like, there are some wide open spots where snipers can have a great time, but there's so much like urban, dense environments.
Yeah.
Has there been some like really cool play tests where everyone's just like scrapping it out in these like wild locations, close quarters?
Like I mentioned, when we look at Low Town and Old Town, they're kind of like the rattier places. But again, we'll talk about some of those gameplay mechanics that we've added to improve that. It has the train line that runs straight through it.
Okay.
So you'll be in Low Town, maybe just like getting into it with another team, and then another team just comes steaming
rolls
through,
up
literally on the train, and potentially pushes the team through the POI.
And Old Town and Low Town, of course, are on that central landmass. And here's the train.
Speaking of the train
that stops in Old Town.
Yes, yeah.
Ted, tell us about this. I feel like everybody downstairs is
They saw the handbrake yesterday and were like, wait, what? There's a handbrake on the caboose? So if anyone at home doesn't know, the rear carriage is called a caboose. We've got the UAV tower, the buy station.
on the train.
On the
UAV
train.
and buy station on the train.
And if you push the driver's carriage, you can go forward, backward, you can stop. But the nuance that these players will find out today is you're in the driver's carriage, you're driving, happy days, you're the conductor, but if a team jumps on the back and throws that handbrake, you're going to have to go and engage.
That's cool. Okay,
Or
I didn't know that.
get in a war switching
Yes,
on and off.
no, the handbrake controls it.
Controls all of it.
So,
That's the master
you have to go
control.
back and...
So there's almost like a decision you have to make of like, well, do I want to put a body over there, have someone defend the handbrake, but then you might be running into a full squad. So there are going to be some decisions players are going to have to make with these with this train.
Yeah, we had a great play test where I was on the train with a few others, and the train stopped. And we were like, hang on, we're here.
We're all here.
we're here. So that
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. So it's a great like realization moment.
Your detective
Yes.
work. It's like,
You're literally doing a head count. How many people are
Say present.
Yeah.
We're seeing some super fluid movement here. We just saw them kind of parachute from building to building. They're on the move. I think they're getting to a buy station up here. Maybe pick up some gear. And Ted, which POI is this?
So they're just above Zaravan City, sort of in the old town, lower old town area. Again, I love the style and the theme. Like this has that kind of Al Mazrah like feel to it.
Yes. And of course, fictionally, in the Great Modern Warfare universe, Urzikstan shares a border with Al Mazrah. It does. Yeah.
Okay, I just love how deep into the lore you are.
I am a lore head.
Yeah, I'm a lore head too, so it makes me very happy to see another fellow lore head here.
When I watch these guys behind us, our awesome creators and community making the story,
making
their
it looks
content
good
about the storyline and the narrative. I love it. I'm so excited. And Ted, you always say, they're the storytellers, and you guys are providing them those raw materials to create. And I
we
love
refer
that.
to it as the canvas for them to paint on. It sounds corny, but those are the kind of things that we think about when we think about the types of map and gameplay we want to create. And if you look carefully, I've seen it happen a couple of times already. We have unsuppressed red dots that now show up on the minimap.
Okay.
Yes, the classic minimap behavior. Will
Yeah,
behave the
I
same
mean, it is.
way
It's
in
looking pretty
Modern
good.
Warfare multiplayer as
I just hope they let PS4 players play it.
Fire, visible.
How has that added to the game?
When you think of something like a big map BR, Battle Royale, it's really important that you know where engagements are happening.
Yes.
For a lot of players, it could be they want to avoid that area, or for other players, they want to move. Did we get?
Personal favorite, I believe this is the cash gulag.
Here we go. Let's have a look.
We love the money.
Well, let's see
Pick
how
up
this
as much
works
as you
out.
can. Let's see if the Ascender comes down. Let's see if they push or they're pushing.
I don't know if they're even going to have an opportunity
5
for it.
seconds.
Now he's gonna...
Oh, let's go. That was good.
Oh, so
Very
now that we
see the stress in her face.
She's like, I got,
Now that we
did
see
it.
the gulag, and of course, shout out to Chica for the clutch there. What are some things that we should be expecting for the gulag, because that was different.
That was different than what we saw before, Alex.
Yeah.
In fact, we got some video.
Here we go.
This is the OG gulag. This is what we're going to be playing most of the time in the 3 lanes. But Ted, for the first time, there might be some other gulags.
Yes, so maybe right on cue, we'll see the night vision gulag. Look at that,
No
Stephanie.
way.
So this is something that can happen from time to time. It's a chance of it happening. And we have several of these, and I almost don't want to spoil too much. You talked about the
I
cash one.
we want to wait
on.
to see.
But and here's the Ascender that we've already mentioned. That if you can get on it and you can get out, you can be shot on the way up. You can be shot from below.
But you can also get off of it and make a play as well.
Yeah, make a play.
That's cool.
So
Okay.
we've seen some really interesting play tests of. I remember one of our designers shared a clip where the other player had jumped on the Ascender. They also got on underneath, shot them on the way up, eliminated them, and then made it themselves.
It's like a little Matrix moment there, you know? You're shooting
and
down.
again, it goes back to the storytellers.
Yeah.
We want our players to tell the story here.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty moments, right?
And we'll wait to see, if we get some of those other gulags that we're talking about. But it's ultimately you bringing the, implementation of the public event into the gulag mechanic. We're showing them off here today. It may not be like that at launch because we're still obviously in the Warzone Alpha build, but we've got some exciting stuff planned.
And our streamers are
dialed in.
There was a tone shift when we went into Warzone in the venue.
They're having a
feel
good
the
time.
tension where everyone's like, well, here's my opportunity to pop off
They came here
in
to
front
compete.
of the world, in front of their creators. And it is great that these creators, the passion and the time that they put into Warzone, has to feel rewarding for you being a part of a team that has built this system.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, at Raven, we have to cater to so many different player types. When you've got millions and millions and millions of people playing your game, you've got these creators who play 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. But equally, we know that we have people who jump on a Sunday with their buddies and just want to have some fun. So we always try and find that sweet spot of our mechanics, where something like the train, anyone can jump on the train and have a fun time with the train.
Yeah.
But equally, we've made changes, for example.
Ooh, it's happening.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, hit the
Is this
brake,
off
hit the
rip?
brake.
Here we go.
Hit the brake.
Okay, now I hope she turns around and throws. Oh, she's getting pushed from behind.
Oh, we've got a lot of action.
Oh, no! Oh,
I'm not sure that was a smart play.
No, they were both getting off of it.
Oh, okay.
That was smart. That was smart.
Yeah, Noisy Butters was like, guys, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, not worth it. Oh, man, that is going to be a sweaty drop.
Yeah, I mean, she was seconds away from pulling the...
Definitely going to be a sweaty drop. Drop on the train and see what happens.
Chaos, for the map.
And pretty soon here, we're going to have probably a winner of our first match. So
yeah.
hopefully we get the news.
I mean, they've come here to win. Right?
Yeah, we're jumping around between streams today, and hope you guys are obviously checking out your favorite creators' streams here at COD Next.
Really, really cool stuff. What else, I mean, like, should we be looking forward to here, right? Because I know, like, you guys are doing some creative things with like the contracts and different things like that to really get people in the game to move around, interact a bit more, cause some more chaos.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday, you know, we started talking about some of our quality of life improvements.
Yes.
And I think one of the biggest cheers we got from this group was that we brought pistols underwater. So if you're swimming underwater, you will always have a pistol.
Nice.
And I did not expect that to be the biggest cheer, but it shows the love that this group and I think our wider community, it's reflective of them too, have for like those small detail touches that just improve the gameplay loop as a whole.
Yeah, quality of life definitely been top of mind. You know, building this map out, it's as you said, it's something that Raven thinks about. You know, building Warzone from the ground up, and a lot of those quality of life changes that we've even made in the live game in the last year.
Yeah.
Expect them in
Yeah, carrying them forward. So everything that you've played and seen, like we've made over 100 quality of life improvements to the Warzone of this year. Everything carries into the Warzone of the year ahead of us. So
yeah. And also,
left behind.
you guys also with some of the movement as well, right? Because I'm noticing like the slides are going a little far.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Like
So
yeah.
across the board, like anywhere where we could just tighten it up, and again working with Sledgehammer, we've taken that opportunity.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about that because I said earlier that, you know, Warzone shares the same foundation, that foundational gameplay with Modern Warfare 3, so movement mechanics, all of those things. But you've put your own, you know, touch on specific things tuned a little bit more specifically for VR. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about, you know, how some of those perks might work a little bit differently in Warzone specifically versus MP?
Yeah. So on the Warzone side, we felt that this time around was an opportunity to have some unique perks only for Warzone. Because again, it's a big map. We have different player styles, different motivations. So
different experience too.
My personal favorite is Combat Scout.
Okay.
Now, I'm adding that because I like it.
Okay.
That is very much a perk.
I also like it. I am not going to go on the internet for several hours after this.
That's the beauty of perks. Like the perk there should be variety. There should not be an optimized path. It should be that when you jump into the game, you don't know. You're going to be surprised what people have equipped. I expect some of this group will probably equip Shrouded, which is that when you get downed, you will automatically drop a smoke grenade. That adds a really new dimension to it. And then equally, I think another one will be Resolute, which is when you get shot and you take a hit, you move faster to get out of dodge. So.
Oh, that's cool. So good opportunities for, especially for like field, like a wide open field traversal, get shot, get a speed boost, get down, potentially a smoke comes down, your teammate can back you up.
There you go.
That's
really
the
cool. Kind of variety that we're looking for.
Yeah, well, I will definitely run with the smoke bomb one because I know that is going to be me.
I'll run the evasion perk.
You'll run the evasion one.
Drop some duos.
It'll be
There's going to be some interesting
fun.
mixes.
Yeah, that's really cool. And it's almost like giving the character, giving the players, like, as it's been said time and time again, right, that freedom of choice to be able to get really clever with like how you want to approach that. And it feels like
play style
tune that play style. Feels like
player agency. We want the stories, etc.
Yeah, and we're back in the gulag again.
I see some tactical crouching.
Okay.
Preparing for battle.
Will we see the long-rumored Ascender? The mythical. It's going to be a myth by the end. No one's going to believe us that it is actually an Ascender.
Got a Molotov out.
Players are
but she's picking up that cash, so this is the cash gulag. But we're waiting to see.
Here we go. 1 second. The ropes come down. Grab it. Oh, she baited them. Oh, well played. Well played.
Baited.
The smile. Yeah, she baited them really good there.
I don't blame him. I would have done the
Yeah,
same
that was
thing
definitely
too.
well
Just gone
played right
straight
there.
for the rope. Yeah.
Oh, honey. I'm going to grab some honey.
But now she's got that cash, right? So she's
Yes.
got both of her. She's got two
Mayhaps.
one teammate down. She can go grab them
Find them
if
back.
they don't get it out of.
I think she's
if she
trying
doesn't
to
get out
go
of
to
the gulag.
oh, someone just actually did a buyback, so she's got to be careful. Yeah, here you go. There's
Oh,
the fight going
here
on.
we see maybe somebody.
Yep, you can see the unsuppressed red dots on the mini-map as
Yep.
well. Oh, the other teammate's down. Oh, she's pushing. Here we go.
This is ambitious because she's literally, I think, does she have any help here? I don't think she does.
They're both in the gulag.
Yeah, the gulag of life.
Yeah.
Big dive to get out of there.
Can she make a run to that buy station? Yeah, she's
Nikari
good.
doing
She's
the
good.
hard carry here. Butters is back. She's just redeployed.
Yeah.
Very well played. That dive, I've been loving that we have the options of diving and sliding, you know?
Yes.
You can do some really funny things with the dive.
I love it. There's just ground loot. And in fact, maybe we can actually quickly talk about ground loot.
Yeah.
We've brought back weapon rarity.
Okay.
Yes, we will see
Because-
colored
You
loot.
just saw it right there. Like she picked up the blue AR. It's one of those things that when you think about the looting gameplay, you need to be able to quickly see like what's that weapon, what's this item,
Yes.
etc. So even from a custom loadout perspective, you know, it's got that pink/magenta tooltip, that card that you can see.
I think they ended up losing both of their teammates there. Hate to see it, but
So Ted, what are some of the things that we can expect to kind of stay the same here? Like I see buy stations, redeployable buy stations. Are they coming back?
Yes, they'll be there. We really see this as a continuation of the current Warzone, and then just leveled up, polished, all new movement, etc. on top.
Got it.
So something that a lot of people in this room care about,
Yeah.
that we worked super hard on in current Warzone and we think is awesome, is the good old Champions Quest.
Oh, the Champions
We've
Quest.
had some amazing moments in the last year since we introduced it, and it's been really fun for a lot of people. But we want to open that up a little bit. What can you maybe breadcrumb us a little bit for what to expect with where you might take us with Champions Quest in the future?
So Champions Quest is something that we're going to be launching during the first season. So we don't want to reveal. Oh, she's on the horizontal zip line. But I'll try and stay focused. There's so much going on. I saw the train. I was like, oh my god, the train. I want to talk about the train again. But no, Champions Quest. It's been a huge success for us all year long. You know, that ability to nuke the map, the challenge of doing it is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So what we want to do for next year's Champions Quest is allow players to steal it from the team who is doing the Champions Quest. You can only steal it once.
Okay.
So it's only once. It's not going to
If you see a
change.
team is doing it, push them, be the first, take them down. They'll drop the contract, they'll drop the pieces. You can pick it up and try and take it through to the finish.
My goodness, I
Wow.
cannot wait.
All right.
And it gives people more options to get on something like Champions Quest. You know, they're not the only ones who get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Ted and I are going to squad up. We're gonna get our
Take them down.
our first time CQ win.
Or potentially.
What do you think so far, guys?
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put that negative.
What do you think so far?
I'm so sorry. Well, let's actually go ahead and check in.
I mean, I'm
on
liking what I'm
TCL
seeing.
Power Hour and see
I
how
also
many
understand what
challenges
some
have been
people are
completed thus
saying.
far, for the days. And remember, for each one completed, you have a chance to win a 65-inch TCL TV. All you got to do is enter that hashtag CODNext and hashtag TCLX COD Sweepstakes. Once again, that's TCLX COD Sweepstakes. For each challenge completed during the TCL Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected from all eligible entries received for a total of up to 9 winners. And thus far, we have 3 of our items picked up here. So it looks like we still. I didn't see which ones it was though.
They're on the
Was
way.
it the train? Did we get the train?
I hope so.
I hope we get it.
Can we see the card again?
Yeah. Actually, can we bring it up one more time? I just want to see what we have.
Here we go. Oh, we got
scavenger
okay.
contract. We did get a drivable train elimination.
Yeah, we watched it. We watched
that
it.
was that.
Yeah, the pistol
For some
sight on the
reason, in
back
my
of the
head, I thought it was run someone over with the drivable train.
I honestly did too.
That
But
would be legendary.
if that happened and we don't know, I need to see the highlights. So
Yes.
I'll be busy later.
That would be the first ever. It would actually be kind of cool. But there you see it there. But for now, though, we're actually going to head on over to Miles, Lottie, and Nameless, as well as Alley Cat, for their thoughts on live gameplay for Warzone. What you got for us, guys? What you think?
Choo-choo! All aboard the new train. That's what I'm looking for, friends. I was discussing with this with you guys prior to we got on camera. It was like, are we going to drop train, win the fight, pump the brakes, take the cash, buy our gear,
all aboard, next stop. It's going to be an amazing experience. Like, we're going to be able to finish on train. We're going to be able to rotate using the train. Francis Borgia's going to be out there well excited with the camera on his face because of the train. It's a big day for COD.
All right, audience, if you want the freest kill in the game, make sure you go to the train to find Miles. But I do want to say, I was hoping that it was going to be an actual, like, train, like you turn the train on and you run somebody over to get out that bingo card. But now I'm seeing EMD, the train track. So I'm guessing you throw the EMD, you can stop the whole train. So forget about the stop and the drive. I'm going to be sitting in a bush next to the train track. Like, all right, Miles, you want to rotate to another side of the map? Well, you got another thing coming.
Oh, that my train, my precious train. I'll have to give it a cool name. But yeah, really, really fun. I mean, like we've seen change after change when it comes to Warzone over the years. This one sort of feels, again, like movement's back. Everyone's super excited about that. Guns look really fun. But the increase in health. Fights feel a little longer, you know?
That's the big thing, right? It's the quality of life, the presence that the game now has. And do you know what I've absolutely loved about Raven and the team up as well? Is the fact that they have not been afraid to bring things back, to bring things back that the community wants. And I think that is just incredible. They're listening and they care. And that is definitely coming across the screen. So for me, I think, you know, things like the red dots that we're seeing on the map, you know, unsuppressed fire. We're seeing also just small things like the blue plates that are also happening in the HUD. And it's minor things that make such a big difference to, I think, the community that grind Warzone. It is their life, it is their careers. Many of them in this room right now. It's massive, and it's really exciting to see.
Also, the quality of life upgrades. You know, we heard them talking about the unique perks that we're going to have in Warzone. Like the Shrouded is massive, right? You drop a smoke when you get knocked. We already do that in Warzone. We throw a smoke at our teammates. Sometimes you don't have one. Now that it's going to be an actual perk that you can grab, huge. Also, when you start to get shot, you talk about the health now, which is great, having 150 health. Well, now when you get shot, you move faster. So not only do you have that extra health to survive and evade enemies, you also have the faster movement with MW3 that they're bringing, and a perk that even allows you to get faster, because we know there are some players, come from myself, who's a bit more competitive. You like to get, you know, a little bit more aggressive and get in those 1v4 situations. You have the ability to do that, and it's all up to the player, which is great.
There is one more perk which wasn't brought up by Ted, but Irradiated, which has got something to do with how you interact with the gas, but more on that later. Ha ha ha. Like, plenty more cool changes though. I mean, like, we've seen different field upgrades, we've seen different, you know, kill streaks, the Guardian being involved as well. I mean, that's something that I think Black Ops 4 players remember a little differently. This one doesn't kill you though, this just slows you down. It's like a gigantic stun grenade spotlight.
Put it in a doorway, Miles.
Put it in a doorway, but the range on that bad boy is crazy. Look, if that thing's good enough to slow down the Incredible Hulk, it's good enough for COD. That's all I'm saying.
It certainly is indeed. I've just got to say that I'm so excited to see how our creators, our streamers, the community react to this, especially when you check the timeline and seeing kind of what the noise is about. And Ali, looking across Warzone right now and the way that Warzone has been pushed forward, not only in terms of the map, and you know, a lot of people talking about Verdansk and how much they miss it, the nostalgia coming forward, I think.
How you doing today?
It really does kind of give that reminiscence of Verdansk in terms of the way it looks and feels, the openness. We also have moments and places like Superstore, etc.
Definitely liking what I'm seeing so far. I mean, again, like I say, I get where people are saying it's the same game, just remade.
What's crazy about Warzone specifically,
but I like what I'm seeing.
Is the fact that, like, it's only been a couple of years it's been around, right? And I feel like it's continuously just getting better, and small changes are being made for quality of life. And like you said, this does feel very reminiscent of Verdansk.
Been watching it.
But it has all the great changes, like the guns, the blue guns on the ground. And we just saw a UI change, like the gas mask actually being on your face the entire time, and you can see it on your screen. I will tell you right now, I'm somebody who has really bad object permanence. I would always forget that I'd have a gas mask. So now that it's like actually on your vision as well, so like it's a great reminder. Just really small things like that that can really change a game.
That's something that I think community members have been asking for, the amount of times players enter gas or whatever. A few more really nice quality of life changes. No matter what your loadout is, you'll see on screen right now, if you're in the water,
you have it open on Twitch. I got you.
No matter what.
Earning them rewards, are you?
Loadout is, whether it's 2 primary weapons or you've got a melee, whatever it may be, there is a pistol at the ready when you do go underwater. Same for all the ladders as well. So that element of gameplay, I know. Dude, the first time I had a circle out on the ocean around Masra, I dropped like a 12 kill spree because no one could get close. I was running around with a gulag pistol and it really worked. That is not the case anymore. Awesome quality of life change, whether it's gas masks, whether it's pistols. We're really just starting to learn our way around this place, and Sledge and the crew at Raven
Great job in bringing all that to life.
And you know what? You talked about the gulag there. The gulag looks great.
Oh,
right?
my God.
I'm a big fan of, I know everybody likes different gulags that we've had throughout the years, but I'm a big fan of, like, let's just get into a gunfight. I see 2 walls in the middle. Let's just get into the gunfight, and better man gets out of the gulag. And we also see that they have the rope, the ascender, where you can just jump on the rope and get on out. A couple different strategies you could employ. Wait for the person to hop in the ascender and just shoot him as he tries to escape. But yeah, man, Warzone this year, it looks phenomenal. It feels like the answer to the call of the community. Everybody's just been wanting faster movement, you know, some of these new perks and being able to play it your own way. And I think a lot of the creators in here are having a blast getting into this new map.
It's just really fun as well to see different variants of the gulag, whether it's night operation one where, you know, you come in with an MVG, not that it's going to be that common. The idea that there's a cash gulag where there's money all over the place. I mean, yeah, I'm one of those players, I know a lot of my friends are, where you see it, you grab it, and that's going to encourage the loot. But there is a massive danger. We just saw one of our streamers leave the gulag with like 6.5K.
Your teammates
That's insane. You can buy the
Crazy.
teammate back. That's a game-changing moment. That changes the way Warzone plays. And we want a little bit of random. You don't want this to be that predictable. The one thing you do want to be predictable is how efficiently you can take down your opponents.
Yes.
And that's been so nice to see. Headshot indicators now, you see you got a double X on the hit marker. You know you're dealing damage to a head. The limb damage has all been uniformed across the board. So you're going to get a much stronger and more, you know, predictable feel of how my weapon performs, how my attachments perform with that weapon, and how I can employ that to the best of my ability and the best of the situation I'm in. It's just really nice, man. The last thing you're going to be doing is guessing in a game like this.
And I think, exactly, Miles, and I think something that may have went over a lot of people's heads when they were talking about it was the evasion in this version of Warzone is going to be way better than
Think so?
we talked about that perk, but also the horizontal zip lines. I mean, that's massive. They've had big upgrades to quality of life in terms of trying to get in fights and evade over the last years. Like we had the PRD where you can go up and redeploy yourself and fly away. I think all those things are going to be coming back, but now you also have the ability to hop in these horizontal zip lines that they've placed throughout the map. So, you know, if you get into a fight that maybe is pretty far out of the circle, you can take your time, finish that fight, and then strategically use those zip lines to get back towards circles. So I think that that's something, you know, it just piqued my interest in the way that I like to play the game.
You're talking about evasion as well, and for me, you know, going back to small
I
things like
don't know. I'm assuming yes.
Mask on, toggle it.
I mean,
with tear gas. I mean, there's ways.
all I can
to
say is
make sure
I
that
assume
you can
yes.
survive. The survivability is so big. You know, no more wafting.
I mean, they're
in front of
doing
the face.
squads here on
Get a mask
Warzone,
on,
so
and you are
I'm gonna say
able to
you
evade
should be able to
enemies
do it
and
on
counter things that are coming your way,
multiplayer as
because
well.
That's all that Warzone's about, right? It's being aggressive, but also countering pushes that are happening from left, right, and center.
I think a big point is like the controlled chaos in Warzone. That was something that always really stood out to me, is like it's really chaotic. You don't know where the gas is going to be, where you land changes a lot of the time. The loot that's on the ground is, you know, pretty different most of the time. It's very unpredictable in that sense, but there's those predictabilities of having a horizontal zip line now, like knowing about the rotations. It's those little small things that you can control. And something I really enjoy is the fact that I feel like obviously most people's goal early game is to get your loadout drop, right? But again, with the amount of loot, I feel like there's a lot more loot on the ground as we've been watching gameplay. But again, the gun quality of life, the attachments and stuff, maybe not try prioritizing the loadout so much as getting to a certain stronghold or getting somewhere else on the map.
We're seeing Swag here with the MCR, and that's a single attachment on the weapon, and he's looking fantastic with that thing already. A lot of players have been talking about this. We saw Shotzi, there was a clip on Twitter not too long ago, or X.com, whatever it's called these days, talking about how auto-aim feels like it's been slightly reduced in this game. It's a little harder at certain ranges to land very accurate shots. That's really nice, man. I mean, that changes the way the game plays. More health, harder to shoot. The better you are, the better you're going to play, essentially.
Yeah, and you add that with that movement, I mean, there's going to be a decent skill gap, obviously, right? And I think that that's phenomenal. And like you said, we're watching Swag here. These are the guys that we're going to be learning from. You know, these creators that are in here.
I ain't learning from him, that's for
going
damn
to be
sure.
the meta,
I'm sorry, my bad.
People are using right
But
now.
I ain't.
That MCR, and he is beaming. You said
What have I got to learn from a cheater?
Gonna get
Nothing.
knocked, but I mean, that thing is
a caster curse.
laser. I mean, he was beaming, though.
He was beaming indeed. And you see him get knocked down and potentially might do here as well. No, he does manage to get his teammates. He's going to be in the gulag. But I will say, when you are down, you do also have extra health now as well. There has not only just been health added into in general, but when you are knocked down, there is that, again, survivability. Your teammates can make plays around you.
Stop
Sunday,
everyone needs
all
a
right,
drink
all right.
out there in
Well, Sunday, I won't be playing Sundays, man. I don't play on Sundays.
Here in Kazakhstan, it's a little different.
Monday, maybe.
This is Optic Blake.
Yeah,
Swag in the
I don't do nothing on Sundays.
I
hang out with Rose on Sundays.
I got Swag. Come on, Blake.
I think I got Blake.
Come on, Blake.
Yes,
Blake's gonna send out.
If it was a sniper, I'd pick Blake.
That's
my boy!
There it is.
That's my
TSD.
boy!
You can't ever doubt Blake. Come on.
He had to deal 10 bullets deal
200
Sounds good.
damage there.
Sounds good.
So you're seeing like full plates when it comes to, you know, like the amount of health. And
Yeah,
as you said,
I plan on putting MW3 beta on my priority list until it's over
I
with.
took a sniper rifle to the head. They didn't. I couldn't thirst them quickly enough.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is just going to change the way the game plays. I would love to see any. I mean, this is something that more folks out there are going to know how throwing knives impact, because we saw that was the absolute way to play Warzone.
Really was the
down
meta.
players, throwing knife out immediately, recover that bad boy, get out and get on
Hope
to the
it's
next
still
target.
a one tap, man. I need it to be a one tap.
Right, meow.
Yeah, you know, just running around and I'm out. Yeah, we're seeing
You wanna do
different
it right
areas of the
meow?
map. You know, they talked about, I think it was Old and Newtown. I think is what it was called. They look
It's a night
absolutely
fishing dog.
fantastic.
Going dog.
It's a night.
He's out. Oh, ciao, peace. He's gone.
That was incredible.
That is a solo YOLO champion. That man knows pressure is nothing. Look at that. How fun was that? Dude, the night vision looks good.
Low Town.
My boy was out there. All sorts of good fun happening here. And again, look how dense the map is. That is a ton of buildings, though. I mean, you know what I did see, though? Even in the largest of buildings, not a huge amount of stairwells. That was a real pain point for many, many players. Between the horizontal, vertical zip lines, redeployment balloons, you name it. There are so many ways to traverse this colossal landscape.
And you know what else I see, Miles? I see a lot of rooftops. I see a lot of rooftops for those snipers. So even though that like there are denser areas, which might make it slightly more difficult, there's still plenty of opportunities for those crazy clips.
But you know what, Allie? I can just take one of those cranes and I can fly right down to the rooftop. Seems like they have a decent amount of those placed around the map as well. We saw one on this screen right behind them. And, you know, obviously rooftops, there's some campers who like to sit up there, but there's ways that you can get up there and take them out now pretty nicely.
Yeah, and the drones as well. You can also get a drone in the sky and literally take the line right up there and try and get on a rooftop or try and counter a little bit yourself or fly away and evade, which is probably what I would be doing.
So we're still within the TCL Power Hour, looking to see if any more of those sort of the bingo card moments happen. Haven't seen anyone get a breacher drone elimination.
Oh, come on.
Which is actually crazy because it's, I mean, from our experience, especially multiplayer, very easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are all standing and messing with movement. I came in and threw the breaches drone, 3-piece, like that thing is crazy.
That was me.
On the
I was also a
on the
part of
bingo
that
card,
obliterated squad.
I don't know if you guys saw, but there's also somebody has to get a guardian kill. No, it's a guardian SC
Yeah, like an opponent who's affected by the guardian.
You remember the Guardian?
Does it like this might be a juggernaut suit.
Oh yeah.
We are
It
miniguns
certainly
back.
looks like it, 'cause
He's
that
moving
minigun
fast.
is,
Boy, schmoving. I told you, you'll be
If he's
schmoving
in
like
a-
you've never schmooved.
if he's in a
before.
juggernaut
In this
suit
game,
moving that
everyone's
quick,
very, you know, nimble on their feet, a lot of twinkle toes, and you can even dress
that'd
for the
be
occasion and put on even
kind of scary and awesome at the same time.
Improve movement, improve speed,
And then we get another
straight
glitch.
speed, how quiet you are, you name it. Dress for the occasion, COD fans. It's time to dress up and have a good time.
Certainly is indeed. I gotta say, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Just in terms of just the style. You know, we heard actually Ted talk about the way that it looks, and it's all kind of part of a bigger picture, looking a little bit like Al Mazrah at times. We also have Verdansk as well coming through, but I think the colors are just in perfect balance, so I think it also looks stunning.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of folks are like, oh, we want to go back to Verdansk, back to Verdansk. Well, you're close enough. Urzikstan is the country where Verdansk was.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man.
We're
Are we
Lawhead
back?
too.
Yeah, we're back. We're totally back.
You're a lawhead as well, aren't you?
I really am. Like, I read all the signs. I mean, I read the bits of paper. I love all this. I really do, mate.
You know what else is interesting? Obviously, like the perks are named a little bit different in this game. How you have your gear and your vest.
line.
You're going to be able to find the boots in Warzone, obviously, as well. And that is going to shake things up, right?
Oh,
because
hell.
that prolonged slide, obviously, in the multiplayer and the arena gameplay is going to be different. But in Warzone, I mean, you have a lot of different like areas that you have to traverse where that slide could come into play. So I think that that's going to be really interesting when these guys get their hands on it.
As well as the climbing boosts. We haven't actually seen too much of that, but what that does essentially is it speeds up your mantle ability, and you really do move crazy. I mean, Peter Parker will be climbing the side of some of those buildings and terrify you, Ali.
I share the same last name as him. Does that mean I am also Spider-Man?
Ever been bit by a spider?
Possibly.
Well,
Maybe my.
I think we would know by now, Ali.
I also beyond that, I wanted to point out the fact that who we were watching, they just did that play that we were talking about earlier, using the zip line to push a team, while another one kind of like just looks over the rest of the teammates making that push. So nice.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Very nice indeed. Well, that's a nice taste of Warzone. I mean, it's been very cool, very, very exciting. But that's going to be it for the Fireside Chat for now. It's back over to the desk, the Golden Boy, Stephanie.
Thank you so much for that. And yeah, always great to hear, you know, the greatest minds in Call of Duty esports talking about a brand new
Call of Duty game. What a time to be alive, of course, here. But yeah, and there's still so much more to talk about with Warzone stuff.
So much. We've got so much going on. We finally saw Night Vision Gulag. We got an Ascender overtime win. It was the moment that Ted and I have been waiting for. We've been waiting to see this thing in action.
And you guys are calling it, man. The whole time you're like, this has to happen.
Yeah.
This has to happen.
I had my bingo card at the ready. I'm ready to go.
They're too good. We haven't had a chance to get to the overtime mechanic in the Gulag yet.
It's wild.
It's very exciting. And in total, I'm happy to say, Ted, correct me if I'm wrong, 4 different Gulags.
Yes. With more to come in the season. So
we
we want to make sure that this is an evolution.
You got a Night Vision Gulag.
So there's great
You got a
ideas.
money snatch and grab, so to speak, Gulag.
The public event system being like, oh, but we could do this and we could do this. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled because it's an exciting new feature for us. And we're back.
Back in the game.
Back in the action here. And you know, one of the things that the chat was talking about, you know, was about quality of life features. We've been really harping on that because it is important, and a lot of the hardcore players care about those things. We actually saw it right there, right on cue.
Yeah.
I swear I did not rehearse that. Tell us about the way the backpack works now.
Yeah, this is a personal favorite of the team and mine. Like, we got together and we thought about what do we want the backpack experience to be like for this version of Warzone, and we did like the deepest dive, like literally 3 days, and just all we did was talk about the backpack, and we've got an amazing UI team. And we just thought about, like, one of the frustrations has been that when you pick up ammo, it goes in your backpack, but then if you drop the gun, you drop the ammo, and then you have to pick up the ammo and you put whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, we should make space to have 5 dedicated ammo slots. So you can carry, I think, like, you know, historical Warzone, it was always nice to be the mule.
Yeah.
And like you carry ammo and your buddy goes, hey, you got any sniper ammo? And you're like, oh, sure, I've got some, and you can drop it for them. And like, we just wanted to bring that back.
Yeah.
And
You put me out of a job there, man.
But we kept the backpack because for us, the backpack opened up so many new opportunities, like to be able to carry multiple lethals, multiple kill streaks. So it was like, how can we merge everything we've learned from Warzone over the last few years into like one cohesive.
And I think a lot of people are going to be very happy about that, just because, you know, I mean,
ease of management. You don't want to do the inventory management.
Final circle closing in on them right here.
When you're in combat, you don't have time to stop.
Who's going to be the
pick up
champ?
your ammo again, and so I think that the backpack experience, you're definitely going to see that that's been refined. But there's some other really interesting tweaks to the UI as well. We obviously added the squad cache widget in the live game, which I think has been really useful. I'm bad at math. I love it. And we're seeing here too, armor plates back to blue. That's a big one for me. I love that.
It's the little things. I think when people get hands-on of this year of Warzone, I hope that they just love like everything, like the whole package that we're bringing for Season 1 and Day 1.
Yeah. Speaking of
the whole
things
package
coming in Season 1,
yeah,
the new package, we're hyped for the new map.
Yes.
But we also have a lot to offer, all different types of players. And I'm curious, Ted, if you can tell us what other maps we can expect once Urzikstan launches later this year.
So obviously on launch day, they're going to get the brand new big map experience of Urzikstan. Alongside it, we'll have Vondel.
Vondel!
We'll have Ashika.
Okay.
Both have Resurgence. And we'll also have Plunder. Because we know,
I love Plunder.
There is that core.
Well, there you go. They're going to have plunder.
I love it.
As you know, like plunder.
It's all about that money, Alex.
Yeah, it's
about
clearly
that cash.
getting that money.
Straight cash, homie.
No, that is awesome. So more experiences, more different, more variety of ways for people to be able to play
We've got
Warzone.
so many different players, and they all play for so many different reasons. It was like, what can be the best version of Warzone on Day 1? It was like, that's the package.
Awesome. So we got a really interesting preview there of maps and modes coming to Warzone when Season 1 launches later this year. And that includes, as you said, Vondel and Ashika Island staying put for Resurgence.
Oh my
Plunder
goodness.
Day 1, and obviously the new big map in Urzikstan. But Ted, I'm curious, as I'm sure many of the people behind me are here today, Warzone ranked.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, what's up with,
You said it.
ranked in Warzone?
So all year long, we've had a great partnership with Treyarch. I think since we launched in Season 3 Reloaded, the feedback has just been incredible. It's been such a great experience to see people jump in.
Of course.
And we know that going into this new year of Warzone, we just want some time to kind of digest that initial feedback.
They didn't say anything about any cheat.
Let it breathe.
No, not yet. They usually won't turn the any cheat on right away, no way.
To say that in early 2024, again, working with Treyarch, we're going to bring a brand new ranked experience into Warzone.
Nice.
But apart from that, lips are sealed.
Oh, I was going to try. I was going to try and pull a Stephanie and see what else I could get out.
Maybe
I really like to dig in there for that second.
I'm sure a lot of people are over the moon about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually catching up with TP yesterday, and he was telling me like how much like ranked Warzone has like helped, you know, to like really give him more things to do in the game, right? Because, you know, when you're a competitive guy, you just like to get sweaty and play some ranked games.
Like my buddies and I, who I play with back home in the UK, like when we play, it's like just that constant, let's get to gold, let's get to plat, let's get to diamond, and like just push it.
I'm iridescent, so I don't have to deal with
that. I'm actually top 250, but
okay, yeah, we got a couple braggers over here. All right. Me, I'm dying on the train.
Bottom 250.
Packing all my ammo mule. I'm out here with a couple gods, and I'm just getting finessed out in the streets. Hate to see it. No, that is excellent, and I think that for a lot of people who really cherish that hyper-competitive experience,
he got pushed.
That's around the corner. Yeah. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff.
I love some rooftop gameplay, and I'm getting a good taste of it
vibes.
here. I think
vibes here.
I referenced your vibes on the broadcast earlier. I don't know if you did it. I said,
back in the good. It's
gulag.
locked and loaded, I think. Is it locked and loaded? I can't tell.
I see one attachment.
Okay, it's not locked and loaded.
Not locked and loaded.
Sad face. It's one of my favorites. So for anyone who doesn't know, locked and loaded is you start with a fully loaded AR, fully loaded SMG, full armor.
Full armor.
Which
so
is
it's
great for regain.
True 1v1, you keep the weapons,
Keep it all,
you
and you
keep
go
the
back into the
armor
map with it.
after if you win the gulag.
Yes.
Absolutely wild.
Or when you win.
When you win. Yeah.
Specifically.
Okay, yes,
He's
I
about
always
Cronus
win,
Mag.
so I win my once.
Time to cheat your ass
like
off.
That is awesome stuff. But I also, you know, with so much that has been shared, I can't help but feel like maybe there's just one more thing.
There's always one more
Is there
thing.
one more thing? I knew I was on the money with this stuff. There had to be one more thing.
There's always one more thing.
What do we have?
I am excited to ask Ted, you know, before we let you go, is there anything else we should really know about 2024?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, this is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, to have this opportunity and for me to speak on behalf of Raven and the whole Warzone team. And I've said it already, you know, our goal is to make 2024 the best year of Warzone. So when we sat down, I thought about it, it's like, how do we deliver that to our players? So
We're delivering it to them in an encrypted message.
Yes. So
it's
next
true.
year we'll be adding Fortune's Keep to the Resurgence map rotation. It's back.
It's back. Fortune's Keep will return in early 2024, but that's not it, Ted. I see something else hiding here.
So the best part of this, by the way, is no one here knows.
Okay.
So after the one more thing,
Rebirth
if that wasn't
Island.
enough, we have Rebirth Island.
Wow.
To satisfy a
Rebirth
dedicated community.
Island back in Call of Duty in the Resurgence rotation, coming later after Fortune's
yeah.
Keep,
So-
later in the year
So
in
early
2024.
next year, we'll have Fortune's Keep. Just following, we'll have Rebirth Island. And I'd love to just give such a big shout out to our partners and friends at Hyman Studios and Beanox, because without them, those maps would not be possible. So big kudos to those guys.
I am hype. I think the community is hype. We know they have been itching to have their hands on Rebirth Island. And speaking of Rebirth Island, I think we're going to hear some exciting stuff coming up next.
Yeah, I'm over the moon. That seems exciting.
It's a mic drop.
Yeah,
I
no,
just
it really
can't drop
is.
the headset.
I know
It'd
you
be
can't
weird.
drop the mic
Does
because
this flip? Can I flip?
no, we still have one more thing to do. A few more things to do, but oh wow. Well, firstly, you know, I want to thank you for that. But first, before we do anything else, let's actually do one last check-in on the TCL Power Hour. See how many challenges were completed. Okay, so a little.
We're still at 3.
We're still at 3. Wait. 4.
4?
Ah, okay.
The
buyback on the drivable
buyback
train.
on the train. There is, of course, the buy station on the train, almost like that movable POI.
I'm shocked we didn't get a breacher drone elimination. That just seemed like a gimme.
Yeah,
Yeah, it really did.
And the big game a bounty. You'd have thought like someone would hear
Yeah.
it.
But you know what? It's all new gameplay. This is the first time
They're all
everybody's seeing
discovering
this
it for
in
the
room.
first time.
They're learning it for this first time, and so are the folks at home, and so more to come.
Yeah, that's right. Well, of course, we want to thank y'all for playing along. And as a reminder, for each challenge completed during the TCL Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected. So what, I counted 4? I think it was 4
There was
spots.
4, yeah.
So there you go. Look at that there. And that's going to be picked from all eligible entries for a total of up to 9 winners. Now, of course, to enter, make sure you tweet using the hashtags CODNext as well as hashtag TCLX COD Sweepstakes. Once again, TCLX COD Sweepstakes. It's very, very important to include that hashtag. Good luck to everyone, and I hope you get yourself an awesome TCL TV. But that, of course, was an amazing first look at Urzikstan and what players can expect from Warzone in the future. Ted, before you go, I just want to thank you so much. You know, what I told Kevin and Miles earlier, just that passion, all the devs that have come up here, that passion for what you guys do, it bleeds through in everything and the way you talk about it. So thank you for sharing that love with us,
if I can say thank you to everyone at Raven Software, every studio that's been contributing this year. We're one big family, and just this is the greatest privilege of my career to be here today with you. So grateful for you as well.
Thank you, Ted. It's awesome.
Yeah, well,
Can't wait to dive in.
We are definitely grateful to have you and all the devs here to talk about this amazing game. It's been such a fun time. But for now, though, let's actually head down to Maven, who's going to put a couple streamers on the spot in the hot and ready seat, presented by Little Caesars. Maven, who you got?
Thank you so much, Alex. I have Sally as a dog. You know, you're going to be the Urzikstan Reaper. I got a feeling. What are you loving so far on the map?
The movement is great. The sniping looked amazing. I didn't love that I lost my gulag, but everything else was great.
What happened to the gulag, Sally? Take me through it.
I got absolutely turned down by Smixy. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It happens to the best of us. But listen, I know you haven't, you've been someone that's grinded a lot of Warzone. You've taken a step back kind of this year, not putting as much time. Is it feeling just a little bit of hands-on? Like, is the grind coming back? Are you going to be carrying myself and Merc on the map?
Yeah, I'm definitely down to carry you and Joe in my backpack. It's large. It's basically a duffel bag anytime, yeah.
So what did you get hands-on with? Did you, outside the gulag, lost a little bit of time with the sniper? A little time with the AR? Like, what were you feeling the best of there? What's Sally as a dog's like go-to repertoire?
So I picked up a sniper, dropped it, regretted it because when I died, I saw Reed Boy just popping heads all over the map. So that's what I'm going to get back on and try. But yeah, really looking to get going, grind this game out. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I haven't like sniped much as I used to. Like in the past, putting in so much time. Now let's take a look. Oh, listen, he's got great legs too. But the chair, look at this thing. It's a Little Caesars hot seat. You were a little bit worried if you were going to actually be able to sit in it. If you were to fit, if it had been tested, you asked me. But how's it feel?
It feels comfortable, ergonomic, and stylish all in one. Yeah. No, pizza.
You're looking absolutely fantastic. Hey, Sally, it's been amazing. Excited to see what you're going to do this year. You're one of my favorite content creators. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too.
Oh, that was beautiful. Let's get it over to Shift. I believe he's down with Tommy.
Yeah, Maven, I'm not going to lie. You may want Sally to carry you, but there is no better person in the history of Warzone to carry a duo or a trio than this guy right here. Tommy, first day, hands on the game, initial thoughts and reactions. Let me have it.
I'm loving it. The movement, the fluidity of it, the visibility of the game, everything's just so much better, and everything that everyone wanted, I feel.
So, again, you were day one, Warzone OG. You played every map, including all the small things. We heard the teases on Fortune's Keep, Rebirth Island. If you were to tell the people at home, though, like, what does this map most feel like compared to other maps in the previous instances, where would you kind of go to?
I feel like from the amount I've played, it's like a throwback to Verdansk, but with improvements. And the sides of the map, there's not many dead areas, I'd say it looks like, from what I've played so far. Obviously, it's a little early to say too much on it, but I'd say it's a little bit of a throwback.
Fair enough. Final points, what are like your biggest overall takeaways, especially from the competitive side? I know there's people wanting to say, let me get into ranked, let me get back up to those statuses again. Where are you feeling the biggest differences, either mechanically or maybe just aesthetically on the map right now?
I mean, from the mechanics we've got so far, I feel like a lot of the competitive players, pro players, they're going to love it. I mean, they're going to find out
Shout
their
out
own
to the
little ways
6 still out there,
how to
13 likes.
improve
If you haven't hit that
on
like,
map,
please make
but
sure you hit
just
that
off
like
the
button.
base, it's so much
We're about to
smoother,
wind this
nicer.
down.
You get around the map much quicker.
The latter part of it's going to be probably them doing a lot of
Enjoy the rest
gameplay.
of the stream. And hey, with that, we're going to go back up to Miles and Lottie to give us their thoughts.
Which I'm not against the gameplay,
but before
we can only watch so much and get the experience that they're having fun.
A quick word from our sponsors.
we're ready to gear up and have our fun.
Brought
So
to you by HyperX, the official
yeah,
peripheral partner
tomorrow at
of
1
Call of
o'clock.
Duty.
Hope you
We're
guys are
all gamers.
right here
TCL,
because we
play
will
like
be
a pro on
playing
the big screen with
Modern
TCL
Warfare 3
Q-Class
beta
QLED
tomorrow right here.
TVs, up to 98 inches. Movement, the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3.
It is the
Go
movement
to
watch, bro.
mvmt.com/COD to see the limited edition watch collab.
$218
Level up
or
your
almost
play with
$400.
Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack. Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
Interesting, huh?
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next. We've just witnessed a full hour of all good, brand new Warzone action there on Urzikstan and much, much more. I don't know where to begin. We haven't got too much time to get through this one, guys. So, Lottie, you take it away from me. I'm going to put my microphone down.
I certainly will. Do you know what? I'm just thrilled, to be honest. And I'm sure Ted was on the desk watching some of those interviews with anticipation, thinking, how are they going to feel about it? You know, I've told them all this stuff on the desk, but, you know, how are they feeling about playing it? And I've got to say the reception has been phenomenal so far. And I think none of us are surprised, to be honest. I think with the quality of life updates, things that have been said for so long with the community and it's come through and it's pulled through for them, of course they're going to be happy. But that, for me, that is a huge, huge dub. And I love to see that for Warzone.
I mean, Lottie, think about it. If we just had the new movement, people would have been happy. We got a brand spanking new map as well. So many new things. And I really appreciate Ted going up there and explaining all that in such good detail because I learned so much about it. You know, got to play it for a little bit and it felt absolutely phenomenal. There's so much we're going to learn as well once we get our hands on it. So Warzone seems to be in a fantastic spot, Allie.
No, really. And I know Golden Boy used the word genuine a lot, and for the devs, especially to feel their passion. I was on Twitter a bit, and let me just say, or X, whatever we're calling it at this point.
Whatever.
But I could feel the excitement from the community seeing it, like genuine, true excitement. And as we heard it in the interviews as well, like to hear it from the creators and pros in Warzone themselves, like it truly looks at its base off of release, like in beta. It's going to be so much fun.
I know, beta's real close as well. I mean, this is the candy shop, and today we are all the kids. Very, very cool stuff. Can't wait. Really can't wait to get into Urzikstan properly. But we've got plenty of stuff to still get through today. So we've got all sorts of cool goodies to give away. We've got lots of news. And for those of you wondering about how you can play MW3, I want to remind everyone again that early access to the multiplayer beta kicks off tomorrow. That is for PlayStation
1
players.
p.m.
Next week
Eastern
for Xbox
Standard
and
Time.
PC players. You've seen a ton of great multiplayer content today. Play that and more over the next week. We've got tons of maps, all sorts of goodies. Get involved. It's going to be an absolute blast. Don't forget to check out the Call of Duty blog for more details.
Tons of details to make sure you're listening up to, including the fact that you guys can purchase and pick up Modern Warfare 3 at GameStop and participating international retailers on November 10th to get a GameStop exclusive collectible steelbook while supplies last. See GameStop and participating international retail web pages for promotional offer details.
Woo! Well, we also wanted to mention once again the awesome partnerships between Call of Duty and the Hundreds. If you haven't already seen this, very, very cool collaboration here. Hundreds, they've taken, I mean, look, some of the coolest icons throughout Call of Duty. Ghost is in there now. This is a limited edition collab between Hundreds, and you have a chance to win one of these. There are 50 sets available. Follow at Call of Duty on X/Twitter. Tweet hashtag CODNext and hashtag sweepstakes for a chance to win one of 50 sets of the Ghost Bomb collection. So follow the channel. Tweet the hashtags for a chance to win a set of this awesome lineup. I've been downstairs, I've touched them all, and they're all a delight.
They are looking absolutely incredible. I can see some of you guys running those. They are fresh, to say the least. I don't know. I need to try and talk to some people at the back, use some of my contacts here, because I want to get my hands on that as well. But I've got to say, the day of Call of Duty action, it does not stop here with Call of Duty Next. Immediately following Next will be Code Bowl for you. Have it, presented by USAA. Join top Call of Duty streamers and military esports teams as they compete for the coveted Code Bowl trophy. 100% of the net proceeds from the tournament will go towards placing more veterans into high-quality jobs.
RAF going back-to-back? I hope so, ladies and gentlemen. First, though, a quick word from our sponsors. And after that, we send it back down to the desk one more time, this time to Beef Mummy with a very special guest from the Warzone mobile team to give us an update on all things that have been going on with the Warzone mobile world, as well as a very special announcement before we get to kick off that mobile gameplay. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Call of Duty Next. Brought to you by Little Caesars, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 3. NVIDIA GeForce. Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS 3 and...
So those of you that are continuing to watch it on your own, of course they're getting into the Modern Warfare mobile side of things. Not my cup of tea. We don't play mobile games. I'm just not going to sit here and play on this little mobile game when I can sit here and play on a 27-inch monitor. Just not going to do it. But I am looking forward to playing some Modern Warfare 3 beta starting tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So I hope to see you guys here on YouTube tomorrow for that. Also hope to see you guys back here tonight on YouTube as well for some, more than likely some Modern Warfare 2, hopefully with friends. If not, we'll find something to do. You know, we do. That's what we do. We find things to do. And again, I do appreciate everybody coming out. You have a nice day, Psycho Thunder. I appreciate everybody coming out. Again, all we seen today was COD Next live reveal of Modern Warfare 3's gameplay from the zombies, multiplayer, to Warzone. Definitely liking some of the things that I'm seeing. And again, I get it. A lot of us are thinking, you know, this is an add-on. This is an expansion. Hey, you have a good one too, Grizzle. I appreciate it, man. All right, guys. But we'll see. The full game comes out November. We get to start playing the beta tomorrow. We'll get from the 8th to the 16th. Or the 6th to the 16th, excuse me. We'll have several days to give it a try, see how we like it. Who knows? We may not like it. But we will get our hands dirty. We're going to find out how it is. I do appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the members. If you're thinking about helping us out, help the channel grow, bring new content in, check out the membership section. I do appreciate it. As always, guys, I want to give a big shout out to PoJ Rose for always being here every stream, the entire stream. Thank you so much, babe. I appreciate it. Shout out to Rabbit Daddy 69 and my sister for y'all's support as well. Also want to give a big shout out to PoJ Gizmo. Thank you for your support. Again, thank you for the members. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everybody that come out today. Thank you for the likes. Remember, guys, stay strong, stay positive, and keep your head up. You know, we're all in this together, but ain't none of us promised tomorrow. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Take it lightly, take it softly. Stay warm, stay dry, stay cool, whatever the case may be where you're at. Just stay safe, please. Peace out, everybody. And I do hope to see you right here tonight on my next stream. Peace.
Don't mind me, I'ma just grab myself and I love the chase and the honey. I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's